Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is man Negrito Grande. My channel, Black Man Travel. Pretty much, we pioneers, going to different countries. I got my man Deshaun in the building. I got my man brother Kev. They hold it down for the Dominican Republic. They've been to Brazil. But me, I just been out here in Mexico. But I got plans to go out there, to Brazil, check out the DR and things like that. So pretty much we about to just be talking about their personal experiences with the women out here, where they've been to and how the women treat them and whatnot. So I hope they can drop some knowledge on y'all. Hopefully y'all get y'all passports, and keep it real positive and keep it moving. So I want to actually start with Deshaun because it looked like you've been getting a lot of love in the DR lately. So how's that? How is that looking? Give us a breakdown. I guess he logged off or he got cut out. All right, so Kev, okay, I know you like a pioneer in Brazil. So how do you feel about Brazil?
Brazil is, it's Brazil is one of the best places in the world, man. Ninth wonders of the world.
Mm.
Um, I think Brazil is a place every
I
brother
mean,
should get an
give us the whole scoop, the ins and outs, all the aspects. I mean, 'cause the brothers they want to hear about the women though. I mean, you already know. That's why we travel to these different countries. We trying to see what's popping with the women, and everything else is pretty much just an extra factor though. So what's up with
opportunity.
the herd? The women are like goddesses out there. I mean, look, 100. Like I ain't never been out there, but of course, with these different Facebook groups, they talking about Brazil got the hottest women. They got these pictures and shit like that. But here's the thing about me, and I'm gonna keep it solid. Like if you ain't, if you don't know that chick personally, or if you didn't get her picture without her consent with her, I call it Instagramming. Pretty much you just going on the internet, grabbing out pictures and post them and shit. I'm not saying anybody doing that, but I like that genuine, all realness. Like I posted my group, all of my pictures with the females, I'm with them. So you being there in Brazil, what do those women look like though? I mean, chocolate, caramel, the whole spectrum.
I mean, well, the women first and foremost appreciate you having me on. Definitely appreciate it. Secondly,
Most definitely.
um, the women, man, are every as advertised. The women are so the women in Brazil are some of the most amazing, beautiful women all over the world. I would guess. I think they're some of the most top-notch females that I've seen. I think they're better than honestly. I think they're better than the women in the DR.
Hmm.
I haven't been to Costa Rica or Colombia to compare, but right now, I think the women in the DR, I mean, the women in the Brazil are top notch. With that being said, I think brothers that do travel have an opportunity. You do have an opportunity to meet these women. Um, if you have enough time, if you put the work in, if you learn the language, if you approach them the right way, um, you guys got to remember that these are women, these aren't objects all the time. If you want to have a good time, you could definitely have a good time in Brazil. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying if you're looking for something real, a real dom, a regular chick, not a program or anything like that, then you could definitely find what you're looking for. Um, and Rio de Janeiro, if you're into more the lighter skin, fairer skin, straight hair girls, thick, in shape bodies, you'll find them there. If you want the more of the Afrocentric, I know, Jay, you promote that Afrocentric look, the Black Mexico. If you want more of that type of culture and vibe, you go up to Salvador Bahia, and they walking around like they on the street, man. You pull up to a beach, you hop out the car, you chill out, get you a beer, and they right there, man, and they bad. You know what I mean? You just gotta learn that little bit of language, learn how to approach them, talk to them, see what they about. I mean, they interested. You tell them you from America. But if once you got that language on your side, they interested. You know, more than likely, more so in Salvador than Rio, because in Salvador, I mean, me, you, Sean, we don't stick out. We people don't know we Americans until we start talking. And that's the vibe I got when I was there, man. And I really enjoyed that. I didn't feel like I was a tourist when I walked around. I didn't feel like people were looking at me. I didn't feel like I was out of place. I felt at home with the El Salvador. But I mean, when you first come, you can hit uh, Rio de Janeiro, man. Have a great time, meet some chicks, pre-game, as they say, or pipelining, as they say, and have a chick hang out with you and all that good stuff, or you just meet somebody, just talk to a waitress, go to one of the little clubs or whatever, just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but Brazil right now has a beat right now to me. Um, if y'all brothers definitely want to go down there, I would suggest y'all go. Um, we usually migrate down there in November, but if you want to go before that, man, all you gotta do is get your visa. You can go onto the Brazilian consulate, or you can just Google it how to get your visa. It's about 150 bucks for 10 years, and it's worth every penny, man. And you just start searching sites on flights, and trust me,
Okay,
brother, it's worth every penny.
cool. So let me just bring up languages, because you said you brought that up about if you speak a little bit of Portuguese or whatnot. But I know with Brazil, a lot of people speak Spanish out there. So I mean, me being here in Mexico, I'm considered bilingual, más o menos, a little bit. So how much or how what's the percentage of people do you think out there, since you've been out there, speaks Spanish that you came across, for all the people that speaks Spanish that travels there that don't know Portuguese?
I didn't really come across a lot of people that speak Spanish, but a lot of people that speak Portuguese can understand Spanish.
Mm.
They have an understanding of a general understanding of the language. Because a prime example, if we say, you may say "como está," they say "como
Uh-huh.
va." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You may say "bien," they say "boom."
Mm.
They may say you say "mucho," they say "muito." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So the words are similar. A lot of guys from Spain and um, guys who speak Spanish can't come down there, and they'll be able. They may not understand the Portuguese as well, but the Portuguese can kind of understand the Spanish. So if you do break out
Okay.
and speak to somebody, but most people, especially in Rio de Janeiro, most people I've come in contact with either can understand Spanish or they do speak Spanish. They do speak Spanish.
Ah, okay. Now another question I want to bring up too, because I know there's been a lot of heat from the Black American women out there trying to bash on Brazilian women as prostitutes, this and that. I mean, look, you got your prostitution everywhere in every country, but
They just hating.
other exactly, the matter of fact is the reason why I brought that up is because upon a topic about black women bashing me and talking about I'm a disgrace to the brotherly race because I'm giving my good experiences out here in a different country. So I made a YouTube video with her comment, and I'm just like, pretty much, since I'm in a different country, I'm enjoying these different women. How the hell the brothers in the states, when I'm only talking about my good experiences, trying to make brothers flee out to these different countries, and see their other options or whatnot. So I just kind of look at it as, black American women. They try to use that as a tactic to try to keep us in the U.S. and pretty much just be around them forcefully, and not travel and not seek out other options and shit like that. So I'm like, miss me with that, man. Like, I'm out here in Mexico, you out there in the States. So I mean, I don't even deal with that on a physical level. But relating that
I
to
mean,
the
it's
Brazil.
yeah, it's. I mean, from my experience, right? This is my take on it, right? I don't honestly, I don't bash any American black women. Um, I think they have their own issues they have to figure out and go through.
that's,
I'm
that's a
just
good
I'm
way to
just
put it.
they do they have their own
Sugarcoat it.
own issues they have to figure out, just like black men have our own struggle we got to figure out, right? But if you break it down, if you want to break it down, talk about prostitution and paying for the pussy and all that. Listen, every man pays for the pussy. I don't care
Hmm.
what it's just different forms of fashion you pay for. Either you're gonna pay for it with time or you're gonna pay for it with currency. It just depends
Exactly.
on how much the pussy is worth to you at that particular time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So what brothers are doing, what some brothers are doing, let me not bunch everybody in there. What some brothers are doing when they leave these countries, when they leave America to come to these countries, is they're not trading uh, their most important asset, because time is your most important asset. There's no refund on time. They're trading that for dollars or whatever currency they come with, and they're
Hmm.
acquiring what they want. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the man. If you want to come to Brazil and have a good time, if it's your first time out the States, and you've been going through it with a chick that looked like, who did it or who won it, nobody want that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she putting you through the ring
Hmm.
around the Rosie for some pussy, like, and you come here and you got a chick that for a few bucks gonna rub your back, take care of you for a couple of days. I mean, what you gonna do? You got to make that choice as a man. But also, you can go another route too. If that's not for you, if you feel like you're not into that, what you can do is you can come down here and meet a nice regular girl. Come to Brazil, be a nice regular girl, and then you can explore those options with her. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of brothers do. There's a lot of brothers in these
Hmm.
groups that do have regular girls. And I know at least 5 to 10 guys that have regular relationships with girls. You know what I'm saying? And these other countries,
Nice.
but cats don't. But see, these black women don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about the
Mm.
fact of how the women in other countries treat men. The
The,
fact
the
that
way
it's all different when you leave the United States. Go ahead.
True. Okay, let
so,
me let
so,
me let me pause you for a minute
so
because we about to jump on different topics and you can voice your opinion. But I want to ask Deshaun,
yeah.
how do you feel about yeah? So pretty much the way this gonna be set up is, I'm gonna bring up a topic and then I'm gonna either ask Big Kev what's your take on it, then I'm gonna go back to Deshaun. I'm gonna voice my opinion too. So that's how we go do this. So Deshaun, going back to the point where I voice my opinion about how I think a lot of black American women always use these tactics to keep us black men, from seeking out other options and pretty much forcing us to stay in that same situation around them versus going to different countries and looking at other options. How do you feel about that?
The way I see it is that I just think that's just the nature of a woman, because they feel that because they're American and we're American, like we kind of have a connection or like we kind of belong to them, just based off our culture and heritage. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Hmm.
So I feel like when they know like brothers have the option to go to Brazil or go to DR, go to Mexico, they feel kind of like because they know that we black men, we the shit. So if we gonna go to these countries, we automatically like is gonna have a good time. So a lot of them feel like because they feel like we belong to them due to our nationality. Okay, they're American, we're Black Americans. We have the same history or whatever. So when we go to but a lot of the times, all of their talk is based off ignorance because what irks me the most, and not just about Black American women, but about people who don't travel at all, is they seem to have so much opinions or so much to say
Hmm.
about places they never been. You know what I'm saying? Because it happened when I told people like, yeah, Monday I'm gonna go to Mexico, I'm gonna go to Costa Rica. I got all types of negative opinions from people who barely even left the block. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Barely even left New
I
York.
feel you.
Barely, you know what I'm saying? Barely even left the borough or whatever, or the county or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They have so much to say. Oh, you're gonna get your head chopped off as soon as you cross. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit, all types of things. So I just feel like it's just based off ignorance. It's just based off ignorance. That's all it is because they, especially when it comes to women, because they're more emotional. You know what I'm saying? They don't really think logically, so they feel like, you know, we're abandoning them if we go to Brazil or we go to Mexico, we go to Costa Rica, whatever, not understanding that even though if we go to these countries, like these are black women, these are the same women from Africa that came with us on slave ships. You know what I'm saying? They just went to Brazil and we just came to America. The only thing that's really separating us is the language.
Uh-huh.
You understand? But they don't understand that because they know, or I don't know if they know, but they, you know, they know if you go to Brazil, them women, they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's no really comparison. You know what I'm saying? I never been, I didn't go yet, but they know, like.
But intervene on this one. You know, it's funny because going back to the point where you said that's just women in general, but to me, I don't see Asian women harassing their men about going to other countries. I don't see white women harassing white men about going to other countries, and I don't see any other ethnicities or races.
You're not really going to see that because they don't put it out. They probably do it, but they don't put it out there like a sister would. You know what I'm saying? Sister put it out there for everybody. Like, listen, for everybody.
But it's like,
go ahead.
But like, go beyond the border, look to the extreme, and like start to bash on a dude. You know, like come on, let's keep this like.
I don't know where it stems from because like we have in America, black people have a certain kind of dysfunction. I'm gonna just put it out there. We have a certain type of dysfunction as where we don't want to see the next black person happy or successful. I don't know, you know, we already know where it stems from, so we don't need to go down that road. So this is just something that we have to work on as a people. But like I said before, you know, I just feel like when a woman, let's put it like this, you get like, you know how like when you single and it's when you're trying to look for a girl and like no girl gonna give you no play until they see you with a girl, then all of a sudden you're just like the center of attention with them. That's how it is. That's how I feel it is, because that's why I said it's like in a woman's nature to be that way, because they feel like we belong to them, or they have some messed up a lot of the times I think they have some messed up thing, because a lot of the times like they don't want to be with you, but they don't want to see another woman with you either, especially a woman of another culture or of another race. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of that's how I be feeling sometimes with the sisters. But like Kev said, you know, I don't bash the sisters. I don't say nothing negative towards them. I like to see people happy, but that's just me. Like I tell a sister, like, listen, if you want to go, if you getting tired of black American men, you want to go to freaking Jamaica or whatever and do your thing, girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do you. I'm not going to tell you not to go. I'm not going to say all them, yo, you going niggas, they going to rape you or some shit like that. I'm not going to go out there and say some shit like that. First of all, because I'm intelligent enough to know that, you know, me being Jamaican, I know that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, and a lot of these places, like, let's just say if you want to go to, anywhere, you know what I'm saying, especially a country that I've never been before, I'm not going to say anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying go and get your experience and do what you got to do.
Hold on, I got my boy Gaines on here.
Gaines was good. Young Gaines.
What's good?
Check my boy out.
Hey, I hear echo on your phone. Do y'all hear that too?
Yeah.
I think you got us on speakerphone.
All right, let me take it off. Hold on.
We got everything here, man. I gotta get some more Californians up in the building, man. Shit, I feel
New York in the building, bro.
Right. We'll jump you Cali niggas. We ain't gonna fuck with you Cali niggas, man.
Here we go talking that bubblegum shit, bro. Don't even get started.
That's that real shit.
Because hey, Big Ed, he on the West Coast right now, so he better be cool with that.
Where you at though? Kev
ain't turned to Tupac yet.
Nah, you bugging, man. You know how it goes. I'm about to go home and get my Dipset hat right now. I've been waiting for me for 2 months. It's about to be
Nah, but
sick in two seconds.
it's always good to have all the brothers here, united, and we some positive shit pretty
Yo,
much, man.
I
Just on some brotherly abroad international type shit pretty much.
the only
So it's
person we
always good to
missing,
see that.
only person we missing is Kadario.
I know, right?
That's it. He's the only person missing from the team when we was out there in TJ.
Shit,
Man,
man.
Mm.
that nigga's in love, man. I don't know where that nigga fell off the face of the map.
Here we go. We about to switch up the whole thing now. Nah,
You
but
know what I mean?
gang. So
This
pretty
nigga
much,
here, man. That nigga,
but
man.
nah, but listen, yeah, you man, what we've been talking about though, gang. So I mean, pretty much, Kev talking about his little experience in Brazil. How it goes down out there, and just doing some comparison and contrasting, versus being in the state. He just giving his intake on it since he's been out there with the real
I heard
experience
him.
and shit like that. So, I'm gonna try to get everybody opinion on certain topics. So, again, a lot of brothers want to know about like if you know a little bit of Portuguese, like they don't speak no English out there though, Kev.
Nah, outside the tourist area, you gotta be on your Portuguese, man. You gotta really be, and
Damn.
that's where you find the gems at. I'm sure like Gaines has let you know. I'm sure Gaines has been in the jungle. He's down there doing his thing outside the tourist areas. Sean's outside the tourist
Mm,
areas. They know like it's gyms out there, bro. It's gyms out there, but you gotta get that. You gotta get that little bit of language under your belt, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that under your
damn.
belt.
That's But it's funny because a lot of countries they want to learn English so bad. So I mean, even though English is a dominant language on a global scale, but it's like, damn, they still refuse to kind of work that way into learning English or what?
I mean, it's not to refuse to, but I mean, you gotta think about it like this. Brazil is not a third world country; it's more of a second world country. So they have a decent economy, even though right now it's not really good. But you think about they're only on, and I'm not trying to play DR or Mexico. They're only the Rias is only $3 to one. They're not that far behind the dollar, so their economy
Damn.
is still pretty good. And when you have a good economy or a decent economy, you have pride in yourself, and language is part of that pride. So it's not like the DR where the economy is 41 to it's 41 46 pesos to one, and everybody's trying to make it to the United States for that American dream. Well, not everybody, but some people are trying to make it to the United States for that American dream. Or Mexico where everybody trying to some people trying to get over from Mexico to the United States. So you think about
Mm,
Brazilians are very proud of their heritage. They're very proud
mm.
people. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna just turn in their language for English or run to learn English because they think that okay, I got Brazil is a very prideful country. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, okay, I got pride in my country and my culture. I'm gonna speak my language. If you come to my country, you gotta speak my language, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's really what it is, man.
That's
But
that's okay. So what about the honeys? How do they treat you out there genuinely? Like, is it possible? Like I was telling my man, Deshaun, is it possible to just run into a chick out there that's on some genuine shit rather than and let's get it popping? So I mean, there.
um, so you can get those chicks that want to go in your pocket. They everywhere, all over the world.
But
Um,
I'm
if
exclusively
you,
talking about Brazil.
but all right. So if
I'm
you,
real direct with it.
yeah, I know what you're saying. If you find a chick, they're not gonna be in your pockets like that. If you got a regular broad, she's not gonna be um, begging you for money. Um, it's not the same type of vibe as in the DR. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Even when you're dealing with the programmers, it's not that same vibe. When y'all do your thing, y'all walk away. It is what it is. It's not. You know, next 2 days they in your WhatsApp, begging, or a week later they begging in your WhatsApp. It's not like that. If you do meet a chick,
okay.
she had usually you get that understanding of what she does. Does she have a job? Does she have kids? What is she looking for? Like the Brazilian women are very direct. They're not gonna play games with you. If they like you, they're gonna fuck with you. If they
Mm,
don't like you, they're not gonna talk to you. That's how it is. It's no games being played when you're in Brazil. If you walk up to a
That
chick and
sound
you,
like that New York shit,
yeah, if
huh?
you walk up to a chick and you like, hola, oi to the bang, como by, and she like, oh no, 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 tender, whatever, walk off. That's it. On to the next one. But with that being said,
that's,
don't. With that
that's
being
what's up.
said, you know what I mean. Don't hold your head because it's another one coming around the corner. So you just
Mm.
gotta, you know what I'm saying, just gotta be on your, just be on your game, and just take your time, bro. That's it, man. But they definitely take care of you, man. Cook and clean for you. Um, take care of you in the bedroom. That you ask any brother that been there that got a chick, a regular chick, they take care of you in that aspect. Can cook, can clean, do what you need to get done. You know what I
The
mean?
whole
And that's
nine,
pretty much what
huh?
it is. Yep.
That's what's up. All right, so I want to move to my boy Deshaun. Let's talk about the DR, man. There's been a lot of gossip and talk about the DR, man, and damn near everybody and their grandma in the group have been to the DR except me. Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
What you want to know,
That
bro?
when man, let's hear about those experiences because man, the pictures I see, man, they got some bad bitches out there. But
Oh, definitely,
again,
definitely, definitely.
I'm a type of dude that like to see for myself with my own two eyes. That's why I travel throughout different states out here in Mexico. I ain't trying to be fed, the BS or the whole Instagram, internet thing. But I hear a lot of stories out there, and they treat brothers good at money. That's the thing. So no experiences. I mean, how treat you out there?
Well, what I would say about the females in DR is that um, it's basically they're women, bro. They're just more. How should I say? They just more.
Keep it solid. This is uncut.
You
I
know, they.
mean, no sugar
It
coating.
depends. It depends on, like I said, it all depends on where you go. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? If you go to the
dropping
tourist,
shit.
yeah, some shit just dry. If you go
Uh-huh.
to the tourist areas, you gonna get what you gonna get. You gonna get, basically is they like American chicks. They just Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Because they are frequented by Americans and Europeans and all types of people on a daily basis that fly down there on a daily basis. Because that's how
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them learn English. Because if you go to DR and you see it, and you meet a chick and she know English, like her English is good, 9 times out of 10 she a pop, she a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
there's a slim chance she learned that shit in school. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
that's your first flag right there if you're trying to look for something serious in DR. You know what I'm saying? If she speak good English, you dealing with probably a chick who's been in the game for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they learn. Because I've met chicks who learn English. They tell me, right, I learned English off the street. I ain't learning from the school. You be learning it because that's how they make their money from dealing with Americans. So
Okay.
that's
So
how I
so
feel like it. Go ahead.
okay. So let me pause you on that. So Big Kev, I know you've been to the DR a few times. So what is your intake on that?
My intake is exactly what exactly what got my
It
man
is what
Godson
it
said.
is, huh?
It is what it is. I mean, it's to me, and this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for all the brothers. For me, DR is a place you go to get your feet wet. It's to prepare you to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you find a gym, like I tell you, like I said, there's gyms everywhere. If you find a gym out there, by all means, take advantage of it. There's brothers who have found them, but for the majority of us, I think DR is a little bit close to the United States, so they're getting that culture from the United States, and it's a fun, it's a country you go to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You go down there, you get your rocks off, you do what you got to do, and then you kind of move on to the next opportunity or the next spot. And that can be the Brazils of the world, that can be Costa Rica, that can be the Colombians of the world. You never know. But I think DR is just an opportunity for a lot of brothers. It's 3 hours away from New York, maybe 2 hours from Florida. It's a cheap, you get there, it's nice and cheap. You chill with beautiful chicks, and you get that up out your system. You get that confidence in. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
what that's
yes,
what DR is a big confidence booster. And if
yes, yes.
anybody listening, brothers that think they don't have it to talk to these bad chicks, even in the States, if you think you don't got it, take that weekend trip to Brazil. I mean to DR, man. Get that confidence in you. I'm telling you, there's nothing like, bro. It's nothing like standing in classicals, man, and having a fine dime on you, bro. And we know what it
Yes,
is, bro. We
yes,
know what it
yes.
is. We know what it is. We're not gonna get confused.
It's culture shock.
Yeah, it's a culture shock. But bro, if you got 10,
Culture,
10 dimes rubbing your back, walking through, looking at you like they ready to go, man, that's going. I'm telling you, that's going to soup you up. You're gonna be looking
but
like
I want to say one thing
you're
too
gonna be looking
about that. I
like
want to say one
Gangzilla
thing
when you
about that.
come home, man. Your confidence is gonna be on 1,000, man. So
But I
that's
gotta
that's that's
warn
what it
brothers.
is, man.
I gotta
Go
warn
ahead.
brothers about that too, because I know because you're gonna get that feeling. They're gonna stroke that ego, but I feel that's what gets a lot of brothers trapped up down in DR, and you hear those crazy stories about brothers getting, you know, used for their money or going through some type of problems because it's something new to them. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to that. So when they go to DR and they see all these doms and they on you and they mad aggressive with you and they think, oh, and it just goes to the head and you just feel like, yo, I'm just that, you know what I mean? I'm that dude. You know what I mean? I'm that guy here, whatever. And that's how, next day brothers, he just, but not to know that this chick is probably 2 steps ahead of this dude. So now you just set it yourself up for the con. You know what I'm saying? Now you set up and now you all messed up down in DR, whatever, out your money. You know what I'm saying? Because even though
Damn.
these chicks want you, they really want that money. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the work to find a chick that really, is feeling you. You got to really assimilate yourself into the culture. But like Kev said, when you go into classicals or you in there's other spots or whatever spots you in and they on you, they ain't on you because you look good some of the time. I mean, they know, what it is. You know what I'm saying? They know you American and they know you got that money. You know what I'm saying? So that
Mm-hmm.
right there itself goes to a lot of brothers' heads, and that's how they get caught up in these little schemes with these chicks and going down to DR and shit.
Yeah. Well, brother,
Okay, you know what?
use the confidence.
Hold
I'm
on.
telling you, just use that confidence, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, let
but you
me
gotta,
intervene. I'm not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, it was on me. Oh, but yeah, man.
Yeah, it was on you.
I feel like you just gotta be, like for the dude who in the States who not used to that, who just used to fucking with average looking chicks or probably ain't messing with no chicks at all. They go down to DR, and that should have just, what I'm saying? They had to just explode with that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when I first went down there, but what happened with me, the reason it was different with me, my first time went down to Sasua because I don't went to TJ. You know what I'm saying? I already had a little bit of experience because I went to TJ, and right after TJ, I don't went to Costa Rica, so I was already
Damn, that boy
ahead of the game.
global.
You know what I'm saying? I was already ahead of the game a little bit by the time I touched down in DR. Like, okay, I already know what's going on. I already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But a dude from the States who goes straight to Sasua for the first time, they love that. Like on the other show, I heard, you new person is Sasua, they, what I'm saying? That's fresh meat to them. You know what I mean? Like I said before, it was like it's like Serengeti out there, man. You could be the prey, you could be the predator or the prey. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to you. But
Yeah.
when I went out there to DR, I had a little bit of a head start because, like I said, I'm fresh out of Tijuana, and I was on a mongering tour. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I hit Sasua, I was already ahead of the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wouldn't compare, Zona Norte and San Jose to Sasua, is like if I had to compare, which is some of the things I wanted to talk about, the comparisons, because I don't hit
All right,
all
let me just
three.
intervene right quick. Can I let me intervene right quick? I want to give a shout out to my man Chubbs. We got him in a building from Dallas, Texas.
Yo,
What's going on, Chubbs?
What up? What up? What up?
Boy.
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's
Now,
up?
yeah, so pretty much we got the brothers from New York. We got Gangzilla from NY, Kevin. Pretty much everybody from NY said me. I'm and you from Texas. So shit, we out here, man. But let me ask y'all New Yorkers something right quick. Hold on, mute your mic up, Chubbs. This hold on. Question for all y'all New Yorkers. When it comes to the culture, because I know a lot of Dominicans, I got hella Dominicans out there in New York. I mean, you got to think. I ain't never been in New York, but I hear y'all got a bunch of Dominicans out there and Puerto Ricans or whatnot. So how would you guys Dominicans culturally from New York and going to the DR?
Who gonna answer that? Who's one of y'all want to answer that? Kev?
Yeah,
I mean, any of y'all can answer that. All of
I
y'all can
mean,
answer that.
I'll take a shot at it, man. I grew up with Dominicans, man. I'm in Harlem. Uh, I went to junior high school on Amsterdam Ave, Broadway. No, actually Amsterdam. No, I actually went to junior high school on Broadway. So I was around Dominicans pretty much, at the age of 13, 14. So it's 13, 14. Um, their culture is compared to the DR itself. I think it's pretty similar. I think they are hardworking culture. I think um, these dudes figure out how to survive by any means necessary. They're very intelligent people. They hustlers, man. They gonna get it done, you know.
Yes,
But at
yes.
the same time, you gotta understand that um, they don't consider themselves to be black. You know, they don't. They look down on that Negro part of their life. You know, that shit is real. Like it's real. It's real in the states and it's real in Dominican Republic. And if you live in Washington Heights, 145th and Broadway, and you trying to talk to a light skinned Dominican chick, you're gonna have hell because Abuela ain't having it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It's just facts, bro.
Huh?
It's facts. You know what I'm saying? If you dark skinned cat trying to talk to a light skinned Dominican chick, at least when I was growing up, it may not be the same now, but it wasn't going down. It had to be on the low. The family couldn't know about it until damn near baby was about to come out. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
they don't they that color, that Negro, they not fucking with it. They not trying to be associated with it. Even though when you get to DR, you see that there's a whole bunch of dark skinned Dominicans or even brown skinned Dominicans, but that system is still in play. You know what I'm saying? When you go to banks in DR, you don't see a lot of dark skinned Dominicans. You see more light skinned Dominicans, light skinned females, light skinned males, usually like bank managers. You got to kind of keep your eyes open. You can see it when you're in
Damn.
Sasua, man. You don't see a lot of dark skinned dudes at the teller machines, you know what I'm saying, inside and all that. So you got to understand this type of society that you're dealing with when you go to DR and understand, like, if you're trying to approach a female, you got to understand that, if you are of a darker skin complexion, you want to take that into consideration. How serious is shorty going to get? Because that colorism plays a big part in DR.
Damn.
But at the
Still
same,
until this day, huh?
I don't know, I don't know how serious it is until this day. But they still consider themselves to be a colony of Spain, and they still
Damn.
consider themselves to be, white, a race of white people.
Damn.
So, I mean, and you can see that from how they did the Haitians when they came through there with the sweep, man, and dragged them up out of there. So, I mean, you can take it
Well,
for what it
well,
is,
well, my 2 cents on that. My 2 cents on
Yeah.
that
Go
is
ahead.
that I don't like to speak in generalizations because,
I say that a
you
hundred
know,
percent. I
I
do.
speak because I'm from, like, Kev is from the boroughs. I'm from the burbs out here in Nassau County, and there's a few Dominicans out there, and most of the Dominicans that I grew up with, they you know they consider themselves black. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person or individual. If they grew up around niggas, they gonna act like us. They talk that
I mean,
talk, they talk that slang
they
or
act
whatever.
like us regardless, though. So I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
they
But
still,
it all depends on the person. Like, even when I was in DR, I met a few Dominicans when I talked to down in DR who consider I tell them straight up and down, like, in your shit, this is your country. In your shit, I don't care what you in your shit, you can call yourself whatever you want. You ain't gotta be black in your shit. But I'll let you know that's right now. If you was to bring your black ass to the United States, no matter what you call, you could be Indio, you call yourself Moreno, all that shit go out the window. And you black, and I tell them that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, "Yes, of course, that's how it is over here because they have a different culture." Like Kev said, it's a caste system of colors. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
So if they was to bring, but I tell them like, if you come to go ahead, gang.
Put in
Go
your
ahead,
little 2 cents.
Yeah, yeah, I'm from upstate, man. So, um, they more city boys, but I'm from upstate. So, the experience we have upstate is the Puerto Ricans and we all ride together upstate. So it's totally different. We don't like the white people upstate. So what I mean. So down more when it's more city people, I guess it's a lot more Dominicans where and Puerto Ricans where they could have their own people and stick together. See, upstate they don't have that luxury. So it's either white people or it's us black people. So what I mean. I heard y'all two on takes on it, but the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, we all consider one upstate. So what I mean. We all don't like the white people. So it was, I always go over to my man's house or his mother and his family. They always accepted us because we the only thing they have. It's either us or white people. So what I mean. It's I hear y'all, but it's and it's kind of crazy too because here in Mexico it's the same way. The color system. And I just want to tell niggas like y'all think it's cool, but like us me being dark, I have my pros and there's cons to this shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
real pretty women, they don't, you know what I'm saying? It's good, I'm a big stocky black nigga, but a lot of women ain't feeling me because I'm too dark.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that shit plays a hell of a lot. That shit is real, man. We don't mind that shit, but this color shit is really real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I
So
didn't trip off it like that.
yeah, it is real. See, Jaden, you be like, well, you dark, you're light skinned. It is an advantage,
I
but
don't
it's a
say I'm light
disadvantage.
skinned. I said I'm milk chocolate, dark
No, but
chocolate. Nah,
but you,
don't put me on like that. I
no,
ain't
but
never
listen,
called my. I ain't never
but
consider myself a light
no,
skin.
but no, I said you're a lighter skin, but you mess with me like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
they feeling for that chocolate. They feeling for that chocolate. They do, but at the same time, it's the gift and the curse because what I mean. Like I see some pretty ones, and I'm from NY, so I want to step to her, but some of them walk away before I even get a chance. Like when I'm dancing, like
Probably think
what I
you
mean,
hate.
half of them will come dance
I'm
with me.
fucking with you.
Yeah, what I mean, half of them will come dance with me, and some of them they'll walk right away because they don't want to come near me.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So that's how
that's true
real it
though.
is, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see where when I used to go out, to the from little areas and shit. I'll see all of the whiter skin skins like that's when fucking they'll never even give the more indigenous, the more Indian looking they don't have no chance at all. I mean, based on what I mean, again, it's very to see, like an Italian looking Mexican out here with like milk white skin, to give, this more Indian looking Mexican, a chance to dance with them or pretty much, hang out with a beer and shit with him and shit like that. But so I see that shit a lot too. And damn, it is what it is, man. So finish what you were saying.
You going in and out, bro. Yo,
Yeah,
Jack, you going in and out.
Nah, no, I was done.
Oh, okay.
Letting game finish.
Oh.
now now, but so Kevin, Sean, as me being upstate, what I'm saying. So you don't have they don't have that luxury, man. It was y'all being in the city where they can stay with their own people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
that's why it's like we all won. And then like I was telling Jaden and I telling another couple of people like when I came to Cali, I was kind of culture shocked because the Mexicans didn't fuck with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Home, upstate, we rock together. So you know what I'm saying. So down here, I was just kind of thrown off because the Mexicans hate the blacks and the blacks hate the Mexicans. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's not everywhere, but the OG explained it to me. It's the prison system. It's the prison
Yep.
system that got everybody divided. You know what I'm saying? So, I was doing burpees. I'm doing burpees with a Mexican nigga. He was cool as shit. He reminded me of a Dominican nigga. But they like, yo, man. I don't think you should be doing burpees with him. So I had to tell the nigga like, yo, man, like, yo, kill all that shit, homie. I ain't never been to prison, so like, I ain't all that prison shit. Talk that shit to somebody else. And then what happened was we got into a little situation, and he was totally wrong. He was totally wrong about it. So if we all boys, and Kev, you totally fucking wrong about something, you wrong. I'm not gonna defend you if you're totally wrong about a situation and something that you did. But see, what happened was the other Mexicans defended him, even though he was totally wrong, 100% wrong. And I'm like, oh shit. So I figured out, even though they wrong, they stick together. It's prison code, even when they out in the street. So I was like, oh shit, these niggas really do that shit out here. So ever since then, I know it's divided. You know what I'm saying? So I know everything's divided, and niggas don't rock like that. So, and they told me that, like, the dark skinned niggas, they don't fuck with, what I mean? Even the lighter skinned Dominicans, upstate, they love niggas, but the darker ones, what I mean? They more considered as niggas, and they'll be in the separate part of the bar chilling with us. It's kind of fucked up, but like the darker the Dominican is or the darker the Puerto Rican is, the more nigga he is.
Yo, let's go.
You get what I'm saying, though, Ken? In the show, like the more harder he is, man.
I don't know, man. My take
that's
is
real. That's real shit though, Games. Like the darker, and it's even in New York, like the Puerto Rican dudes, they don't matter if you light skin or dark skin, they'll fuck with black dudes before they fuck with the Dominicans. Because they say that they told me like the Dominicans be on some shit, bro. They'll fuck with them. They'll go down there, even though they all speak Spanish, all that. They'll go be like, yo, why you messing with the black dudes? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, yo, I thought we was all cool. We on the same block. Like, nah, we don't fuck with them like that. We don't fuck with the Sean and them like that, man. And he be like, yo, why you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? But the Puerto Rican dudes just come to me and say that, like, like, yo, we don't care. Like, it's whatever, man. We all cool. We all in the same hood. We all doing the same thing. It's all the same shit. So, like,
I kind of agree with Gain. Like it was like that in my hood, but similar with Gain, because I grew up with Dominicans and Puerto Ricans in my town, and like they, even the light skin, you could be, especially with Puerto Ricans, which is what I like about Puerto Ricans, they could be looking like freaking Mark Anthony and freaking act just our ruling. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be bad.
Yo, Sean, that's why I love them niggas, man. Yo, that's what. Yo, real shit. Like, that's why I love them niggas, man. You know what I mean? Because like they giving in the like you know what? I don't know if y'all remember when the Jamaican wave came in, when a bunch of the Jamaican niggas came in. So we
that type
the
shit.
Jamaican niggas. Yeah, but they had the weed. They had the weed, so that's the only way we started fucking with them, because of the weed. And like they would separate themselves from us because we were too spoiled. Like, the Jamaican nigga was like, yeah, man, we've been working since I was like 10, 11 years old. So we're put in the box where we have royalties. We're American. We're spoiled. And, they don't want to fuck with us because we didn't work for anything that we had. You know what I'm saying? But the Puerto Rican niggas, they, they want to immerse themselves into what we do. They want to be, they black. They're Puerto Rican, but they want to be us so bad. That is like that is borderline, like they're borderline obsessed with us, borderline obsessed with what we do. You know what I'm saying? The music, the way we dress, get down to our hair. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas got straight hair. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas got straight hair, but they, they'll rock them fucking cornrows
forever
for 2 days, and their hair fall out.
Yep. Forever, and they after the black chicks, heavy.
Yeah, and that's the realest shit you can ever quote, Kev, because them niggas, and I done seen, real talk, I done seen some white niggas pick the blackest bitches in school. I mean the women I wouldn't talk to. I mean, and they, you balls deep in the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I don't care. Puerto Rican dudes, they real, man. They real. Them out of the hood too, they be real, bro. But it's like, man, Dominicans be acting funny, man. And they be acting extra funny, but they roll together. Like Gaines said, they roll together, and they take care of one each other. And the black dudes, even when we be in these so-called gangs and all that, man, it still be like, man, you get caught out there, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's been so many times I had to come to help a dude that was in so-called the blood or Crip or whatever, because the Latin Kings was coming down the hill with fucking machetes and shit. This is in Harlem. Like, this ain't like 1989 and shit. This ain't like they in the cornfields or in the cow fields in DR, bro. This is like Broadway
Recently.
and
Yeah,
2000.
this is real shit.
Yeah.
When they coming down, like, yo, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. They coming to get me. And you gotta hide dudes in the fucking crowd and shit because niggas is coming to get them. Like, that's how it is, man. But I mean, what we gonna do? We just gonna go over there, fuck they chicks. I mean, hey, that's payback. Fuck it, payback, man. Fuck it, bitch. Fucking your bitch. That's it, man. But bro, it's really, again, it comes, and it's the same thing in Brazil. Don't think it just stops in DR, man. It's the same thing in Brazil. Brazil has that classist system too, man. The lighter you are, the further you getting. You know what I mean? And that's just, you got to think about that when you come down there. But also understand that you get what you like. Get what you like. Don't sell yourself short. Get what you like. If you like a dark skinned chick, you like a brown skinned chick, you like curly hair, straight hair. That's the thing about Brazil that I love is you're never going to find, like in DR, you might find a couple chicks with curly hair. And then most of them straighten their hair out. Most of them have that light skin. They going for that light skin European look or that light skin American look. In Brazil, man, you can find any type of broad you want. If you want that Negrito, that black looking chick, you go to Salvador. If you want the lighter chicks, you stay in Rio, you go to other spots. You can find what you're looking for. It's out there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. All right, so I wanna ask weekends in New York, has there ever been a guys know of where the chicks out there set dudes up for other dudes that they supporting? Chime in on that one.
What's the question again, bro?
The question was, do you guys know of any situation when it comes to Dominicans in New York where they have set up dudes to get got by other dudes?
No, I feel like not just Dominicans, but I feel like it's probably does happen.
I'm exclusively talking about Dominicans.
Exclusively talk about them. Nah, I never heard of no situations like that. I never heard of no situations like that where Dominican just using Dominican. Nah, I never heard of no situations like that ever transpiring. Because if Dominicans in New York, it all depends. I don't like I said before, I don't like to speak in generalizations, but it all depends on the individual and how educated they are. If you meet an educated Dominican, 9 times out of 10, they're going to know, they not going to set you up or do anything like that. I never heard of nothing like that in New York. Now, when you talk about how Dominicans down in DR,
okay, so let me pause for a second. Okay. Now, the what I'm doing here is that I'm just trying to compare and get an idea. What's the relationship? What are the similarities and the differences in culture wise? That's why I'm trying to connect me between the two, since y'all got a bunch of Dominicans out there or in New York, and they still have that bits and pieces of American culture. So when it's brought down there to the DR, it's being brought from the US to down there, or vice versa, or how do they correlate?
I don't feel like
DR.
I don't feel like it's being brought down there to DR. I feel like it's the DR has its own culture, man. It's its own little monster by itself. Like what can transpire in DR most likely won't transpire here in New York or in the States, because of this is the United States. It don't have the same laws like for example, like a chick in DR could set you up, could be working with the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the odds of the Dominican dude that's setting you up is working with the NYPD? Hell no, NYPD like, I'm locking you up too, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Working with me.
Exactly.
It's not like that. It's not like that. So
it's
the
like,
chances of something like that happening dealing with Dominicans here in New York is slim to none. You know what I mean? Even though Dominicans got their own little sets and their own little cliques, Trinitarios and shit.
That's what's up.
They they ain't gonna do that like down in DR. Like DR is its own little monster when it comes to setting dudes up. And it,
yeah,
and it, and you're not gonna get, and it's hard to get set up down in DR if you're intelligent. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dumb motherfucker,
doing
they
dumb
gonna
shit.
eat you alive. Because what can I say? What can I say about Dominicans is that they are very intelligent people. They are very smart
They
people.
are smart.
Give it to them. They're very smart. And they'll get you. They'll set you up for the long con, the straight, or the short con. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one, they'll whatever to get that money out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They don't want to take
Mm,
your life, they just want that money. And that's one thing I know about Dominican culture is mostly everything is about money.
mm.
Everything in that culture basically revolves around money. You know
facts.
what I'm saying?
So you
Basically what it
so
is.
you can pretty much get got for the right price then.
Well,
If you like, because like I try to tell brothers, if you go down to DR, see this is the difference with me. When I go down to DR, I don't move like I would do here in New York. I don't move like, you know what I'm saying? I try to learn and assimilate to the culture. I try to blend in and play the background and learn and do as much as I can to not get got. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a dude who's used to that New York lifestyle, because like in why you know, it's like the flaws. They like to get fly and they like to look like they,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? All of that shit. If you take that down to DR, you basically just saying you fool because if you don't, especially if you're dumb, you know what I'm saying? If you're dumb and you fly, you got money, you're gonna get got. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a chica. You're probably gonna see a chica or a dude, even the moto concho dude, the motorcycle dude, set you up with something. You know what I'm
Facts.
Damn.
saying? It's
Facts.
like even
Those.
the chick could be working, the moto concho dude and the chick and the security guard at your hotel could be in cahoots to get you out your ticket.
Yo.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Crucial.
To get you out your money. You know what I'm saying? But that's only if you look like you have to have a certain like if you walking around there, you got a fly ass chain on, you got bottles of Hennessy, you making it rain in classicals and shit. Somebody's watching you and somebody's gonna try to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is down there. But that chances of
Wolves
that
is out.
happening in New York are slim. It can happen. Like you can get got by anybody. You know what I'm saying? And why?
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as complex. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just going to be a stick up kid or something. He ain't going to be in cahoots with the freaking police officer or anything. It ain't going to be in cahoots or anything like that. Especially if you don't speak the language. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because if you don't speak Spanish and you don't understand at least a little bit, they can be, you know what I mean? Like Denzel said in Training Day, you better learn that shit because these motherfuckers gonna be plotting all types of shit behind your back. You
Word.
know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Word.
Real shit, bro.
Hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm
Feel
saying?
on
hey,
that.
I
hey,
wouldn't recommend, like I said, I wouldn't recommend
And
anybody
Kev
that
got
wants
something
to
to
go
say.
down to DR.
hey, fellas, I gotta run out real quick. I gotta jump off, man. Sorry, I gotta go.
That's
All
all
right,
good.
But it's
it's
always
all
a
good.
pleasure chopping it up with y'all, man.
All right,
Well,
Kev.
you
Sharp to
got the
fill y'all
link.
back in. I'm gonna holla at you. Yeah,
Just
definitely, definitely, man.
yeah, you got
Hey,
that link. So if you want to jump back in, just hit that link.
all right, cool, cool, cool. Hey, Gaines, man, just want to say congratulations on the business, brother. You and Jay. We're gonna definitely come down there and support y'all brothers, man. Anything y'all need from us, we're gonna come down there and show love, man. I just want to say congratulations on that on the tour business, and I wish y'all a lot of success, man. For real, that's real talk.
Thank you, baby.
You know
Love
what I
you, my
mean?
nigga.
Love y'all too, man. Love everybody.
All
Godson, you
right, bro.
already know we're gonna chop it up. Jay,
Of
hit me up,
course.
man. It's all good. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
What I want to talk about now is pretty much with the older women and the young women. Because I know me personally out here in Mexico, man. When it comes to the older women and the younger women, it don't even matter. They want to get it in. They trying to have a good time. But then again, a little bit of baggage though. So, I just want to hear y'all experiences on that. So I'm gonna go to game. I'm gonna go to game first. You being out here in Mexico, I know you had experiences on both sides, on both ends of the stick. So how was it like with an older chick, just like in general, like maybe in her 30 plus or 40 plus, or either or.
The I call them. I call Mexico here. I call it the Serengeti. So you
Mm.
know what I mean. Like this,
This
this
guy.
is like it's like Africa, man. So is this what I call this is what I call Mexico the Serengeti. So you got your wildebeest, you got your antelope, you
This
got your
guy.
bighorn sheep. So you know what I mean. And that's basically what it boils. You know what I mean. I look at women as food, or you know, or we in the animal kingdom. Now the wildebeest is the ones that you know they want to eat. So you look like lunch meat. So you know what I mean. Like the older women, they'll eye fuck you right there. I mean, they undressing you. I mean, they're worse than us. Like guys, like we'll think about what we want to do to you, and then we'll try to be sneaky about it. But the women, them older women, man, they grab your nuts. I mean, they try to rip your clothes off, man. I have bitches grabbing on my arms, my chest, and you know what I'm saying. Them old women, and, like two
Them
and three of them at a
Panthers,
time.
boy.
Like, yeah, man. And when I tell you these Panthers is real, man, they real, man. You know what I mean? And that's the only difference between them and the young ones. The older ones, they don't want the younger ones to get you. So they
Mm.
want you for themselves because they know that you there to fuck something. They there, you there to fuck a young stallion. So
Ah.
so they don't, you know what I'm saying? They gotta throw themselves, you know what I mean? They gotta throw themselves in the kill. They gotta sacrifice themselves, you know what I mean, to get you. So they gonna do whatever they can.
Mm.
So they come up to you and dance with you, buy a bucket of beer. I mean, I done had like, old women buy me like you drink, you want beer, cerveza, you know.
Damn.
So, I had a couple that wanted to pay for the hotel and wanted to go to the hotel. So, but what happened with me is I've been here for like almost 7, 8 months. So I already
Hmm.
done fucked myself out. So now I don't fuck with no old women. It's been like almost a month and a half, almost 2 months since I got some ass, man, since I've been fucking. So, I'm just trying to, reboot my system where, you know what I mean? I don't want no old women,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Nothing fat. She got to look good as me or better than me. Body got to be right. Because what happens is when you in Las Pugas,
This guy.
when they see you, now I'm breaking it down for y'all so y'all know. So when
Hear
they
you.
see you, they know what you like. So like
Mm.
if you come in Las Pugas and all the old women sitting in the corner, they watching you. So they like, oh shit, he like old women. So the next time they see you, the next time you come to Las Pugas, it's gonna be like a table of four of them, 4 or 5 of them. I had like 4 or 5 old women get up and dance with me at one time. You know what I mean? It's like, and
Damn.
like take your pick. They like take your pick. You know what I mean? Giving me that type of vibe. Jay, I mean, I ain't got to tell you. You already know what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying, with these older women, man, and it's like,
Motherfuckers,
it's
Cougars, boy, Panthers, Jaguars.
man,
They come in them different
man,
categories, boy.
man, it's insane, man. So, and then after a while, at first you like, oh shit, I'm that dude, man. I'm that nigga, man. But then after a while, the shit gets boring
Like, damn,
because
man. I ain't trying to be
yeah,
that dude.
yeah. But then you see the baddest ones. They fuck with the cornballs. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with like the baddest ones you want. After a while, you like, damn. Well, how come the baddest ones ain't walking up to me talking to me? Because they
Hmm.
fucking with it's the same thing they say. They fucking with tight ass pants, Mark Anthony and shit. Dude with these tight ass pants on, tight ass shirt. You know what I mean? Nuts hanging out and shit like that. So you know what I mean? And then it gets boring. So now I'm at to the point where if you don't look as good as me or better than me, you know what I mean? I ain't fucking with you. So I've been on this. I've been on strike for a while, especially trying to get myself together, man. So
Mm, damn, I hear that. But it's like, okay, for me, I mean, man, I got some time out here, like 4 years, but so I've experienced both ends of the stick or whatnot. But when it comes to the Cougars, and I mean, look, I break it down like this: the Panthers are like the grandmas, they're gilfs, like 40, 45 plus. Then you have the MILFs, which are pretty much, the Cougars, 30, 35, and, up to that age. So it's like, yes, the older
Nah,
women,
hold
they
on,
know what
Jay,
they want.
Jay. No, the MILFs in Mexico, nigga, is like 20, 21.
Oh,
That's in
You know what I'm
yeah,
okay. If we
they
playing
like
by
they got
the Mexican
yeah,
scale
we
out
this is
here,
Mexico law. They got 3 and 4 kids at
I
20,
hear
man.
you.
So
I hear
they
you,
MILFs.
but I'm referencing them by different ages. So again, when I call them a cougar, they're normally between the ages in the states like 35 plus. But then when you got that grandma, that gilf that want to get down too, you call her a panther. She a little bit up. So these they know what they want, so they want to smash. They trying to get it in, so they're a little bit more. They're a lot more direct. And just like you said it yourself, they offering you drinks. They trying to pay for your hotel and think things like that. But it's like they know they got competition with the much younger females, and the younger females, they know they got it though. But at the same time, if they really
Mm-hmm.
like you, they'll come up to you, and they'll try to get it in with you too though. But like in my experiences, from the time I first came out here, a lot of these women, they love. So yeah, I'll walk around, I'll catch a lot of and I walk over to their table and dance with them. But then again, it's like they just showing off for attention. So it's like me, okay, I'm from Cali, so always wanting that attention. So it's like to the point like man, fuck that shit. I mean, if you want that attention, and I just ski and skedaddle and bounce and keep it moving. So on that scale, it's just like it's whatever. So I'm just out there dancing on my lonesome, and whoever want to dance, so I don't really give a fuck and pay 2 cents of attention to the younger ones or the older ones, because again, it all comes back down to here. I'm a reflection of all of y'all. So if I'm having a good time by myself, I'm moving, I'm being cool with everybody, me as you guys, like, okay, so the next black dudes that come out here, they go probably be just like the other black dude. So it's like I'm not trying to be selfish and be a dick. So that's just where I stand out on that behalf. But with the younger women, they know they got it. They in constant competition with each other, and the older bitches go probably throw it at you a lot faster because they know they got quadruple the competition. And I know Deshaun, when you was out here, I know you was getting all kind of crazy attention too, though.
oh,
But so when you were out here in Mexico in general, from Zona Norte to walking around downtown, what was your experiences like?
well, you know, first things first. As soon as I crossed, because TJ was the first country. Mexico was the first country that I visited. Out the states. So
Damn.
as soon as I crossed that border, I'll never forget that feeling. As soon as I crossed that border in San Ysidro into Mexico, man, and I seen the soldiers with the M16s, I was like, "Oh, this shit is real." And the brothers, and then that's when I seen the brothers Gain and Jada out there. I'm like, "Oh, this is right here at this waiting for me to cross." It was a good experience, man. That was the best thing about. I will never forget that feeling of just stepping out of the box, stepping out of the matrix. It's like
And brothers just being there right when you
right
cross
there,
into
what
the
I'm
next
saying? Right
country,
there, like,
huh?
I said it. I said it before. I forgot who I told. I said Jadeon and Game was like Neo and Morpheus. You know what I'm saying? They unplugged me. You know what I'm saying? They was right there with like they unplugged me from the matrix and everything. I got free and everything because that was set it off right there. If I didn't take that chance, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of brothers, like I was telling Jaden earlier, a lot of people was cutting me for taking this chance. My dumb ass didn't know no better. Was telling people like, "Yo, I'm about to go I'm about to go to Mexico, man." They was telling me all types of crazy shit, whatever. and then none of that transpired. But as soon as I crossed that border, man, into TJ, and ever since then, my whole life been changed. It's a life-changing experience, and I recommend anybody to go and get your own experience. Don't take what everybody's saying about DR, about Tijuana, Go and get your own experience, man, because that's the main thing about when you want to travel. I remember Nas saying one time, he said, if you're scared to take chances, you'll never have the answers. So I just took the chance, got on the plane, did the whole, brothers gave me the whole rundown. And next thing you know, I've been out the country so many times in the last 10 months. It's just like, it's nothing to me now. I'm about to apply for a freaking global entry or whatever. But that's TJ is what really set it off for me. It's what really set everything off into motion. You know what I'm saying? Because
you had a hell of an experience, bro.
Let me tell you, I could give you some stories. You know what I'm saying? I had a crazy experience down there.
We want them stories, bro. So let me just rewind to the point where we all was connected the first time y'all came down. It was me, you, Gang, Kev, Cornelius, and the whole group. We went down. I think the first place we hit up was it Hong Kong or Adelitas?
No, Adelitas. No, wait. Was
you
it Hong
first
Kong?
walked in at
It was Hong Kong. It was I smashed my first chick in Hong Kong.
So hold on. Let me rewind. So Adelitas the first one we walked in, or was it Hong Kong? Adelitas.
I think it was Hong Kong.
No, it was Hong Kong. It was Hong Kong because we went the back way.
Yes.
We went around the back way, and then
you walked in. When you first walked in, what was your reaction?
I was like, did I just walk into heaven? I felt like Jagged Edge, motherfucker. I was like, yo, it's like I've been to some strip clubs here in the States, but I'm like, bro, is this really serious? Like, is this really like? And then I was talking to I was asking Game, like, I could really hit that over there. You know what I'm saying? I seen this freaking stallion over there in a cut, you know what I'm saying? Nice and thick and all. I'm like, thick ass Mexican. I'm like, even though Mexican women look like that. They don't look like that back here in New York.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing like that. So I'm like, is this really is this, you know what I'm saying? Is this real? At first I was shocked because I couldn't believe that it was I couldn't believe it. So it was like a culture shock, man. It just shocked me because I didn't know. I've been to strip clubs, but I didn't know you could just, if you wanted to, you could just, take shorty upstairs and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you could do that. But
so let me ask Gang. Let me cut you off for it. So Gang, when you came into Hong Kong, what was your reaction when you first touched down out there and came into Hong Kong?
I was a lion at the water hole, man. You know what I mean? So all you see, you know what I mean? You know when you see when that lion go to the water hole and he just sitting watching all the animals just coming drinking, thinking which one are you gonna pick off first? So, straight up, man. So it ain't like, you know what I mean? It ain't like, you got to go for the weak antelope, the one that's weak. You can get the biggest fucking antelope there, the biggest buck. You know what I mean? The biggest wildebeest. You can get them all, man. They, you know what I mean? They all is right for the picking, man. So I just, my thing is too with Deshaun was like, you know what I mean? How can I say? He was like a little bro project, just because I like to see the look on niggas' face. You know
yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you get a nigga, like it's for Christmas, like when you get them fresh pair of motherfucking Converse or the motherfucking felines you've been waiting for 3 months, and when you open up that box, that first reaction, that's what I look for. You know what I mean? So it was priceless when the nigga walked in. It was like, yo, and two, Deshaun, what I respected the nigga is, he was like, yo, I need to get some bread. I need to go back to the hotel. So, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, so you want that bitch? You know what I mean? Here, nigga, take the money, go get her. So
yeah. Here, my big bro held me down right there because I was like, yo, because I wasn't expecting it. I was shocked. I didn't know. I wasn't prepared for that. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you ain't the only one, bro.
I'm like, yeah, because I was like, yo, I can. That's me over there. I can get that because I was like, I didn't know because like in the States you got to put in work. You got to buy with your drink. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try to chop it up. You gotta spit game. I'm like, listen, mommy was like, I remember what she told me. She said, I sat down. I said, you know, I didn't speak Spanish then. Like I speak a little better. I speak better now with the Espanol. But she just said, you want to go fuck? I'm like, word. You want to go in the back and fuck? I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit.
You know what's so funny too? Like I wasn't even in their conversation, but I could tell what she was saying to him by the look on the nigga face, the eyes, like the drawback, the throwback with the shoulders and the head. I was like, oh yeah, she got. So the nigga was like, and this is another thing too, how I test men and test a nigga too. Like, man, if I can buy you for cheap, it could be $5, $4. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I could buy you for cheap, and you don't even make no attempt to give me back that money, that means, like, you know what I mean, I just wrote you off for the rest of your life, and you out of my head. I ain't got to deal with you as a person no more. So, you know what I mean, I respected you as a man and as my brother when you came back to me to the next day with that bread, because, you know what I mean, you never know. Some niggas could have got the money and just skedaddle, and then I ain't hear from them again. You know
yeah. I would have had done that.
Eating right.
But you get what I'm saying, though?
And who got that loud ass TV in the background?
Sleeping.
Upset. You got that loud ass TV on the background. I had to tell him turn off his mic for a minute. Go ahead.
I want to get to the story because I got a lot of story. I got a lot of TJ.
Man, bro. Okay, so you know I'm teaspooning the audience right now because you know we got people watching and people go hear this. So I like to build it up. So viewers out there or the audience, when you guys come down here, Deshaun is not the only one that's gonna have that expression on his face. Like, man, we've all been through it. Like, it's a big ass shock. Like, and TJ, and like in this particular, it's like its own fucking world. Yeah, we in TJ, but then in that area where Hong Kong is, you know, and all the action is, it's like its own separate culture down, and it's active out there.
Yes,
real active. So
I was gonna say, I was told by I think one of the dudes. I remember, you know how the food cart you took me to when we was eating quesadillas and tacos and stuff. One of the dudes was telling me, he was saying like, this spot right here where you eating, this is not really Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He say when you go down the block and you leave this block, then you really in Mexico.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like that trip you took me when we went to go see the Colombian dude get my hair cut.
Yeah,
you know, I wanted to talk about that too, because when me and Jay was crew on our way out there, man, it felt like I can't say it was like all eyes was on us, but it was like I just felt so powerful because me and Jay was like we stood out crazy. I mean, we was walking through the swap meet, and I'm just looking around like, yo, this some nice looking Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think they looked like, it was like, wow. And then
and it was that welcome feeling, like, damn.
It wasn't. I didn't get no feeling of like what is he doing here? Who's this guy? Whatever. Why is he here? I didn't get none of those feelings. All I felt was just, you know, you get a few stares like, wow, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like,
you know, I didn't feel no racism or anything like that. I wasn't welcomed. You know, when I really went deep into the heart of Tijuana, like I felt like, you know, that's what I really wanted to see, and that's one of the that's why I wanted to thank Jay about taking me, you know, deep down into downtown, out of the zone, you know, and I got to experience and see some the more of the city, more of the Mexican city in Tijuana. So
away from the tourist area, pretty much.
Yeah, away from the tourist areas, and we went to the swap meet, and I was shocked because we was walking through the swap meet, and I'm still seeing they selling Super Nintendo games. I'm like,
man, bro, they got the Atari,
they got all
the
of that
Duck Hunt.
Word. I'm like,
the Nintendo pad.
They living in the past. They like few years behind, but I love it.
You know, one thing too is you got to realize Tijuana, Mexico is a time wave, my boy. It's like a time warp back into like 90 almost like the early 90s, like
Yes,
91,
yes,
92. So,
yes.
you know what I mean? So it's like when you go to the bars, these niggas 17, 18 in the bar, smoking weed, selling weed in the bar, smoking cigarettes in the bar. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Shooting pool. They playing pool with 45 and 50-year-olds in the bar, eating sandwiches, drinking 40s. You can buy 40s in the bar and drink your 40 in the bar walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's Michael J. Fox type shit. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
That's the reason,
yes.
and that's the reason why I love you. And another thing, I'm gonna just tell you what made me move here. You know, I'm from NY, so it's like our bars close at 4 in the morning. When I got to Diego, I went out. I got fresh. It was 1:30. It was like 1 o'clock. I went to the bar. I got
That
there
shit closed out.
1:15. They called last call. I said, "What? Fuck you mean this last call? I just got here, man. You know what I mean? I'm fresh to death and shit, man. I just got this motherfucker." But you know, when I went to TJ, dude asked me if I wanted weed, coke, or ice in front of the police.
Damn.
You know, this nigga asked me if I wanted coke or crack or weed in front of the cops, and then he was like, "Yo, you know, I got some bitches for you." I walked around the corner and I seen fucking 25 bitches sitting there like, "Hey, chocolate, chocolate." I said, "I'm moving to fucking TJ, man. Fuck this shit."
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So,
I like what he said about how the bars don't close too early, because I remember, I think it was in Adelitas, we was all chilling in Adelitas. I think that was the night we was all doing our thing, and I forgot what time it was. I think it was like getting up close to 5 in the morning, because I took a chick upstairs and I was hitting it for like 30 minutes. I came downstairs, everybody was gone. Hey, Jay was gone, Kev was gone, Kane was gone. I walked out the club. I'm like, yo, where everybody go? I walked out and it's still day. The sun was coming up before I had to take the cab back in. I'm like, yo, everybody just
yeah,
breezed off it. I think something like that happened. But then um one of my regrets was, I think Jay was telling me, is that I didn't get my I didn't rent like a hotel close to the zone. I had a spot way out
Yeah.
in Playa de Tijuana. And I want to talk about that place too, because even though I was away from the zone, I still made moves around Playa de Tijuana. I remember, Jay, you went out there with me. I had an Airbnb out there,
Mhm.
and I went down to the beach and I was walking around. They had a show, and I think it was, I couldn't understand what they were saying, but there was this, I think, a clown or something that was telling jokes or whatever in Spanish down by the beach, and I walked to the water and everything, and it was nice. That was like my first time seeing the Pacific Ocean, something that I never thought in my life I would be able to see. You know what I'm saying? In my lifetime,
That's what's up.
that blew my mind. I'm really looking at the sun set right there on the Pacific Ocean. I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying, from the East Coast, and that's something a lot of brothers, you know, would never see in their entire lifetime. You know what I mean? That made
me
me
too,
feel real
brother.
blessed.
Me too.
That's something that I felt real blessed, and it was a great experience, man. I loved it. I love going out there to TJ, man. I recommend anybody that goes out there to definitely link up with Jadion and my brother Game, man. They'll definitely look out for you, because I'll never forget it.
Damn. Now, what I want to know is that, okay, when you said I know you got a ton of stories though, especially in Hong Kong though. Now, even though we shifted to Adelitas, like, what was your experience inside Hong Kong with the girls coming up to you, like, just coming at you so directly? Like, have you ever felt that kind of attention?
Well,
On that, pretty much.
from my remembrance is that I think I didn't really play the Hong Kong. I would prefer Adelitas. Adelitas was more my thing.
My
Because
boy.
Hong Kong,
That's my boy. That's my
yeah, Hong
boy.
Kong. I like to go into Hong Kong just for the shows, and just, you know, just to get my feels on, to get ready, whatever, you know what I mean. Get you know what I mean. That's why I like Hong Kong for, because they had some. I remember I went to the Hong Kong one night and they had a foam show where some chick was sliding up and down. I'm like, you know, I seen something like that similar in New York, but this chick, like, I gave her $1. She took my finger and, you know, she said,
Put
"Here,
it in the
you
butthole.
put it in her pussy and shit." She took that shit out her pussy and licked and stuck that
Put it
shit in
right
her
in the
mouth and
butt.
sucked it right. I'm like,
Yeah.
for $1,
Live and
for a buck. I'm
yeah.
like, yo,
For $1?
for a buck, bro.
For
Hey,
one day
hold on.
president, the
Hey, I
Washington.
just I want to capitalize on Deshaun. But Deshaun, remember when I was telling you, I said now Hong Kong is for uppity white boys and uppity black dudes. You like Vegas. You like you like the bitches with the glitches and the glamour, and you like the strobe lights all in your face and all that shit. That's Hong Kong. You know what I mean? So like as us being savages, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like niggas is savages. So like when I see ass, there was a bunch of ass, you want to think about what you want to do to it. You know what I mean? You looking at her toes, you like, damn, I want to know if I could pin her toes back by her fucking by the top of her forehead and shit. So, you know, you looking at her ass, you looking at her, you know, her ears, what you can do with her ears or with her hair, if her hair falls down to her ass. So you thinking about all the shit that you can do to her, and everybody watching you. The lights is on, so I'm like, these niggas staring at me. Look at this bitch. Don't look at me. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to her. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I didn't like about. That's what I don't like about Hong Kong, because they're all watching you watch her. You know what I'm saying? So if there's like 20 girls around, you know what I mean? 20 girls around you. There's like 10 dudes. They watching you to see what you looking at. Like what you like. You know what I mean? In my head, I know what I want to do. So he thinking like, damn, this nigga probably want to throw her up against the wall. I'm like, nigga, watch her, don't watch me. You know what I mean? I'm here to do what I do. You know what I mean? Don't pay attention to me, nigga. Watch her. So, but and remember when I told you, Adelitas is dark. It's like the man cave. So at Adelitas, you can sit there in the corner in the dark and think about what you can do to it.
And just do your thing, huh?
Yeah, man.
You think about what you want. You fucking her already in Adelitas before you even take her upstairs. You know what I mean? So you like, and you can walk around. It's like Adelitas is a Serengeti at night. You a lion at night, man. You there in the bushes, and you picking off anything you want. I mean, you just, you know, it's just free for the picking. So you just like, damn, and you could think about what you want to do to her, how you want to put her. You know what I mean? What if you want to pay that extra to take her back to the hotel? So you know, that's my take on. That's the difference between Hong Kong and Adelitas.
Yes. I want to say one more thing about the zone. When you go to the zone, see, one thing I learned, it made me upset because I learned this like during my last few days, is that you don't necessarily you can find some hidden gems outside Adelitas. And I'm not talking about the chicks that's posted up, like when you walk down the streets that say chocolate. I'm not talking about them chicks. I'm talking about you can meet some gems. Like I wanted to get to the story, but I don't know if you want me to tell the story now, Jay.
Whatever you want to do, brother. I'm just listening, man. You got the floor right now, brother.
I remember it was I think it was my last day or the day before I left to go down to CR. The day before. It was during the daytime. I'm walking around. I was with Aaron, and we was trying to figure out what we was going to do. So we walking around. All of a sudden, around the corner, we see these nice two young, beautiful Mexican girls. Two beautiful Mexican girls. Like, oh my god, one looked just absolutely gorgeous. She had some nice, I think light brown eyes or something. I can't really remember.
Is that the one you threw the picture up with?
Yeah, that was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Is that one? I knew you was talking about that one. I knew it.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, but let me finish. But what happened was, I said, "Yo, Aaron, you see these two chicks? Because these was like, they looked at like regular Mexican. Had to be at least 19, 20. So me and Aaron was like, yo, Aaron, we got to get those. So me and Aaron approached them. We was trying to chop it up. You know, Aaron was trying to speak his little Spanish or whatever, but we was trying to. So some lady who was walking past was just blew my mind. She said, they just asked him, like, can you translate? And there was this old lady, this old Mexican lady said, well, they want such and such and such or whatever. But you know, Aaron being Aaron, I don't know on that guy. Aaron would say, nah, I ain't feeling this. Whatever, I'm gonna go do my thing. So what I did was like, I'm like, yo, Aaron, you really just gonna let these chicks is like, you know what I mean? You really gonna let this go? He said, nah, man, you know, I'm gonna go, you know, I got something else over here. So I'm like, all right. So I just pushed it to the side. So this is what happened. I took both of them chicks under my arm. I took both of them under my arm. So
damn, on some player shit, huh?
I was walking around the whole zone with both these chicks under my arms, trying to look for a spot to do my thing with these two chicks. So we was walking around with these chicks. What I really liked about these chicks is that they really wanted to rock with your boy because we was walking around for at least a good 30 to 45 minutes trying to find a spot.
Damn.
I think, you know what I'm saying? They did not want to, they really wanted to get down with your boy. So until we finally found the spot to where we did the thing, and I'm like, this thing about, I didn't even, them girls, anything about them girls is that the spot was only spot we could find was for an hour. We only for a room. So I said, listen, I can't afford, you know, to pay for the room or whatever. And you two chicks want y'all bread too. So what happened was, it's okay, Poppy. We gonna spend our money, whatever, and we gonna just break it down. So basically, the money I was supposed to give to them,
you wasting, brother.
Yeah, well, the money I was supposed to give to them, they took, you know, a lesser pay just to come up to the room and do the thing. And you know, it was just like, oh man, I don't even want to. I'm still thinking about it to this day. It was a beautiful thing.
Spit it out.
It was just like, you know what I mean? I just did my thing. Like, I can't really give you perfect details like that because you know, people listening and everything. So I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say it like this: like, it was a good experience, but that was a crazy session. But then, only thing I regret is that I remember that night I lost my phone because I had those chicks' numbers in my phone.
You was pissed off.
Hell yeah, I was pissed off. I think because we was meeting at Las Plugas, I'm hopping in the cab because that was the cab fault, because the cab driver was mad that I didn't have 15. I think I shorted him like 15 pesos that I didn't have.
And you know, I was waiting on that.
Yeah, that's what really happened. So I'm trying to tell him, like, oh, Poppy, I'm sorry I ain't got the 15 pesos. He was highly upset. So I'm trying to rush to get out the car or whatever. And I forgot I had my phone. By the time he closed that door, he just zoomed, you know what I'm saying? Because he was pissed because I didn't have his little 15 pesos, you know, for the cab ride. And I left my phone in his car. You know what I'm saying? That's when I went to see y'all brothers in Las Plugas. But
hey,
I had those chicks' numbers in my phone. Like I was telling Jay, like, next time I come back to Tijuana, I'm gonna be looking, because the main thing I was about to say about this is that these chicks are the freelancers. You know what I'm saying? These are the freelancers. That's what I like to mess with when I'm down in TJ. You know, I like to hit Adelitas, like to hit Hong Kong, but I feel like you'll find some gems by the chicks just doing the freelancing. They're not posted up, but you gotta catch them. You see how I just caught them when they just, you know, turned the corner, I guess, with me and Aaron. So, you know, that's something, you know, I like to see too. Because the whole time in TJ, I didn't hit not one chick who would be posted up. You know, the chicks would be posted up outside the spots. Standing there, I didn't hit not one of them the whole time I was down in TJ. I either hit the freelancers or I was in Adelitas or Hong Kong. Because some about those chicks, I just didn't like. I didn't like them standing out. I just didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't hit one of them. I don't like those chicks that just be posting up saying, yeah. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
So would you gonna say something?
Yeah, you know, to top it off is I just wanted to tell y'all, like, my experience when I came there. I started with the street ones. You know, to get a feel for the game and get a feel for the broads to see how they go. You know what I mean? But you know, I was telling Jay when I got here, I had one when I got here. My one from Mexicali, the YouTube postings. You remember her, the one that was cooking for me and stuff?
Yeah.
I seen the one you had twerking for you.
Yeah, no, that was she was something different. But the one from Mexicali that was cooking, that was had the jeans on.
Yeah, I see that one.
She was cooking. She was cooking in the kitchen. Well, I had something here my second day in my condo. She came and stayed the second day I got here. So, you know what I mean? I had one when I got here, the first couple of nights when I got my condo. So I had something on ice already. But the thing is, I told Jay, she gave me a crash course from the jump. Like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like I'm gonna come over here, niggas. This the same shit. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all. I was thinking I'm gonna come over here, get me a little Mexican wife, and get me like 2 or 3, get me a wife, and then get me a mommy on the side, and you know, and do my little thing, be on my little Playboy Hugh Hefner shit. What happened was, she lived in Mexicali, so oh, Poppy, baby, I love you, Poppy. The minute she leave, you get out your distance, you try to call her, she don't answer the fucking phone. You know what I mean? So That's I don't know about you guys, but that's the one thing I hate. Like if I call you and you don't answer the phone, either you're doing something or I'm not important. That's how I do. Like if you're not important to me, I'll answer you when I want to or when I can. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Like when I get time to just to answer you. See, that means you're not important to me. So that's how it was. When she with you, it's all about you. But when she leave, you mean you're second hand. So I'm thinking that I wasn't the only one out there. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. Like these bitches will treat you like gold when they with you. But the minute they leave you, you're in the past. So you guys got to get that shit straight. You got to get that. You got to remember that because they got families home. They got either a husband or a dude or a girlfriend or whatever they got home. They don't want to bring you to their house and introduce you to their family. See, women in the States, you got money. You know, you got a little money. They want to introduce you to their parents. They want you to meet the kids. You know, this nigga got a job. Here, it's totally opposite. These bitches, they don't give a damn how much money you got. They is not trying to bring you to their family. They don't want you to meet their mother. It'll take you like 2 or 3 years before you meet their family. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally different here. That's our dream. I mean, like guys, that's our dream. Like we live in a soap opera. Like we watch all these pornos, and we want the bitch. We want J-Lo to come in. Like you in the hospital bed. You want J-Lo to come in and ask you, "Are you all right?" No, I'm not all right. Fix me, doc, and she take care of you. So over here, we live in that dream. But you know what I mean. But then when we get to it, and then you trying to marry the bitch, or you want more than what it is. She like, oh nah, that ain't that serious. You feel me?
Damn. That one. Damn. I mean, that's funny because the podcast I did last night, with the nice Haitian chick that had lacing up some game about the Dominican Republic, and pretty a similar situation. The DR was like they say that culture, anything, a foreigner, very slim chance on getting with an actual a Dominican chick.
Don't believe that.
I mean, Deshaun, I know you can speak on what she told. I mean, I don't know how you feel about. I mean, I know you got some cool looking bad, like y'all be, lovey dovey. So that's a good look on your end because it kind of counter strikes what she told me. But then again, she got her time out there, and she got a little bit of history out there, so it's a little bit more convincing.
Put it like telling me though. I'll put it like this. No matter where you're from or how many times you spent out there, how much time you spent out there, it really doesn't matter. Put it like this. If you go out there to DR and you're looking for like a decent regular chick, pretty much is first thing you have to do is you have to learn the culture, man. You can't just, a lot of brothers go out there and they can't find nothing serious because they think that all they have to do is have the money.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It takes more than that. That's why they always go out there and get burned with chicks. When they go out there, they might be, chick coming and be like, oh, Bob,
niggas out there, boy.
Like mucho, mucho, I love you. You know what I mean? I want to be with you. But the dude that's
a bunch of game.
But the dude who's on a motorcycle who's taking you to fuck the chick, that's the boyfriend. That's true too. That's true. That happens because, first of all,
that's chulo, right?
First of all, this is the pattern that I noticed. This is the pattern that I noticed of why it happens. A lot of these brothers, or not just brothers, or men, period, who go down there, they be in their 40s or in their 50s. Understand? And they try to get with this young chick who's 25 or younger, and expect just because I'm an American and I got money that this chick is, and she said she lied. I'm telling you about the Dominican women. They know how to stroke that ego, man. They know how to stroke that ego. You gotta be humble. Like if you're not a humble dude, you're gonna get eaten alive out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I felt like I had that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a real down to earth, humble dude. So you can't like really stroke my ego or anything like that. Because that's the way So like what the chick was saying yesterday about it can't happen. That's BS because it can't happen because I met brothers who's down there, who's married, who has kids and whatever, the whole 9 yards. Because the main reason it happened for them is because they learned the culture. They learned how to speak the language. They learned how to bachata. They learned how to, even when I'm down in DR, and I'm walking through the blocks or whatever, I can walk through the blocks in DR and not have to be scared or whatever because I pass a lot of times. I don't know how many times people thought I was Dominican down there. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was Dominican. If I was just standing there and I didn't say nothing, you know, people wouldn't even look at me twice. They would just automatically think I'm Dominican.
Nigga, you a Dominican nigga. You do look like one of them niggas, nigga.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. That's one of the reasons why I feel like, you know, I get shown a lot of love down in DR because I don't even when I go down to DR, I don't even get fly, bro. I did it the first trip because I learned, you know, I didn't know really. But when I went, like I've been to DR I've been to DR 5 times in the last 10 months. And when I went down there the second time, I knew what it was. So when I go down there, I don't bring all the fly gear. I don't bring the LTs. I don't bring the nice kicks. You don't see me. Like a lot of the brothers, when I'm in the sewer, I don't know how many times when I see the American brothers, they look at me and they looking at me. I thought you was a local. I mean, because I'm dressing like them. I'm sitting on the. It happens all the time. I don't hit chicks for free in DR and Sasua. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the chicks just thought I was Dominican, bro. Because once my Spanish got better, that's what I try to encourage brothers to do. Because once you learn that language, man, and you learn how to speak that Spanish, you already ahead of the game a little bit. But the only reason it doesn't happen is because brothers is lazy and they don't want to put in that work. They just think they just gotta spend that money. They just think because I got that bread, whatever, that's all it takes. No, it takes more than that. Even though these chicks all about that money, the reason why they still, even though the Moto Contra dude is barely making freaking $20 a day, but they'll still rock with him is because this dude is like, he knows the culture, he knows the language, he know how to speak it, he know how to spit that game. But a lot of the times, like the chick was saying the other day about not a chicks told me them Dominicans got pequeño dicks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that they digging these bitches down crazy. They probably eating the pussy, all that crazy. They doing all of that. This is what Dominicans do. You know what I'm saying? Because they not really a lot of Dominican chicks that I hit, they really can't even take no dick because they not used to no big dick. Like when you coming down, like an American New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because they was shitting on a lot of New York. I just had it though, because they were trying to shit on New York dudes, and it does happen. Like, I do when I'm in the sewer. I don't really. I like to move solo. I don't like to move with other American dudes because that nigga mentality does not really. You can't bring that trap shit. Don't bring that down there because you're gonna get burnt, man. You can't. You gotta be low. I like to be low key in the cut.
My brother learned it. My brother learned it.
That's how you move, and that's how you could really make something happen out there. And also, if you're trying to look for something serious, you ain't gonna find nothing serious in Sasua or in Boca Chica or in the places where it's frequented with Americans. But you can't step out of that box because all you speak is English, and that's all you know is freaking not to mention you freaking old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can't even mess with a woman that's your age because chances are she probably been in the game for 10, 20 years, put through a daughter in the game, a sister in the game, or all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes be coming down here thinking I got this little bad chick, 24, 20, and it builds the ego, man. That's what get a lot of burnt is the ego, man. That's what happens down there. And I'm trying to tell brothers right now, when you go down there, you got to keep that shit at the door. Don't come down there on some I'm the man. Like they were saying a lot of truth yesterday on your show yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. They were saying a lot. Don't come down there on that because all you looking like is food. You know, because everybody here is hungry down in DR. Everybody's hungry because they ain't got it like we got it. You know what I'm saying? It's a third world country. And you gotta understand also that these chicks got kids or they got a whole family to take. This is like this. I ain't gonna lie. This chicks down there living better than everybody, all 3 or 4 of us right now. You know what I'm saying? living way better. You walk into their spot, the shit look like a freaking loft in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? For all the money, they making $6,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Just from
Shit.
selling pussy. You know what I'm saying? And they living better than anybody. So me being from New York, I can't even like. I want to be like, bitch, whatever, but like, I gotta respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect the hustle. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I can't look at it down on it like here in the States. Like if a chick was doing that here in the States, if they didn't have a lot of this assistance like they have here in the States, a lot of these women here in the States would be doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't pass judgment on them, on Dominican women who do that, because that's just how it is, because they ain't got no Section 8 or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no food stamps. They ain't got none of that, man. If you want food stamps, you got to go into the garden and plant your own shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it back like that. You know what I'm saying? But
damn, that's crazy.
It's like down in DR, man. It ain't for everybody. Like Kev was saying, you just got to keep moving until you find where you can fit in. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to talk about I don't know if you want me to talk about it now, Jay. Costa Rica, because I did a little stint down there too, and I wanted to compare all three, because all three are basically mongering spots. Because my first tour I was just, you know what I mean? I just like I said earlier, by the time I don't hit DR, I was in TJ and I was in San Jose. And as far as San Jose, Costa Rica, I stayed at the they got the place called the Hotel Del Rey. Now, what I could say about Costa Rica, and that spot it's like, it's a hotel. You walk in that motherfucker, and it's like doms from wall to wall. You know what I'm saying? It's similar. It's not similar to Adelitas. It's not similar to any spot in TJ or on Sasua, because these chicks are just posted up, and that's basically it. They're not stripping or anything, but they bad as shit. And it's like you can just chill, and then another wave will come in, a different shift. It's like a job. But the only thing I didn't like about Costa Rica is that it was mad expensive from the mongering down there. They want like $100 for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Kev, if I went on that trip, the first time I went on that trip, if I would have went to DR first instead of going to TJ first,
you would have been
I probably
broke.
never have met your brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's real shit. I probably would have never have went to Costa Rica. I probably would have never have went to TJ because of the money situation. Because if I knew what I knew about Sasua now, then I probably would have I would have had an apartment in Sasua by now. You know what I'm saying? I've been living in that motherfucker because your money goes further there. But in Costa Rica, what I can say that I like not just about the mongering was the people. The people in Costa Rica is totally different from Dominicans and Mexicans. They are real laid back, chill people. Like I remember one night, I got so freaking drunk and high, I passed out in the park. You know what I'm saying? I passed out in the park like 6 hours through the morning, and ain't shit happened. Ain't nothing happened, bro. Ain't nothing happened. I woke up like, yo, I'm really on the bench, because I was like fucked up, because I just felt safe, and somebody was watching me, but somebody woke up and said, "You all right? Everything's okay? Yeah, you passed out, you slept there, and nobody bothered you." You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It's like one of the safest
you got lucky,
places.
bro.
No, it ain't about luck, bro. But that's just how it is down there. They is not on that. It's spots like that, but mostly everybody down there is real cool and real chill. You know what I'm saying? They real cool, chill people, and they'll definitely look out for you. But they're used to tourists too. It's a real tourist. They used to Americans, because there's a lot of expats down there. A lot of people retired.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Mostly Caucasian dudes, older Caucasian men who down there. They didn't see a lot of brothers, because when I was down there, I was basically, one of the only brothers there. So I got shown a lot of love down there. So y'all, I was hitting a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, some of the most baddest women I ever had in my life is down there in Costa Rica. And but what I also want to let brothers know, if they go down to Costa Rica, one of the spots is the Del Rey, but there's other spots too. There's spaces called massage parlors. And one of the locals put me onto the massage parlors, and I started hitting those up, because those are more cheaper than going to the Hotel Del Rey. The
Mm-hmm.
Hotel Del Rey is for like your upper echelon when you got that type of money. Because when you walk in, all you're gonna see is bad doms and old white men.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically all you're gonna see down here in
So
Costa Rica and in the Del Rey. So
okay.
when I learned about the massage parlors, I got to a point where I was hitting. I think for like 4 or 5 days, I was fucking like 3 different chicks a day. 3 chicks a day.
Damn.
And I got so used to that point. I think around the 3rd or 4th day, I would wake up. It was my daily routine. I would wake up, I would go to my hotel, eat some breakfast, then I would go hit a massage parlor, and then I would, get my rocks off here, and then I would go eat some lunch. Then I would go to a different massage spot. And it was all in the same area. I would go to a different one, and then I would probably close that night off at the Del Rey with something nice. You know what I'm saying? But I got to a
Yeah,
point where I
that's
remember
what's
one
up.
day, I got to a point where I just said, fuck. I didn't even take a shower between the freaking spot. I just said,
Dirty,
you know what I'm
nasty
saying? It's a real
motherfucker.
like.
That's
I
the
just, I just
George
was like,
shit right there.
I just
I'm
was like,
fucking with
listen,
you.
fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't walking back to the hotel to shower. I'm just gonna go to the spot and just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it was. That's how it was down in CR. But the thing about CR is that I was Dolly. Not Dolly. I was Dolly the first few days. But what I like about traveling and why I want brothers to travel is that you meet people, man. I met so many people down in my travels. I met Kev. I met y'all brothers. I met brothers down in CR. You know what I mean? And they all, it was like a good experience because we all experienced. I met some brothers from out here in I think Atlanta, from some country brothers, some country brothers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like dude from Texas. And
Damn.
I caught dude. I think he was from Atlanta, and I think he just finished smashing some bad joint. And he was outside smoking a cigarette. I walked up to bro. I said, "How you feeling? How you like this, man?" He was like, he looked at me in that country. You know how they be talking that country shit. He said, "Man, after this," he said, "After this shit, bro, I ain't
In the
never
bottom of
messing
a
with a
bowl.
chick down in America again." I said, "They don't turn me out down here." I'm like, "Oh shit." Yo, I was like, wow, man, it changed. He said, listen, I'm never messing with a chick down in the States again. This is going to be my life from now on. You know what I'm saying? Just coming down to Costa Rica, whatever, and doing his thing. But
Damn, that's
I had to
crazy.
compare all 3. I will always pick, I can't say I will always pick, but I would prefer the DR so far.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The reason I prefer the DR is because, just because the money situation. Like if you got bread, if you got bank, you know what I'm saying, I suggest you go to Costa Rica. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are all that crazy, all that getting burnt, all that chicks working with the police and the thing in Costa Rica, it was so businesses like the chicks who was selling the pussy had to have a card. You know what I'm saying? They have cards. They get daily checkups by a doctor. Like in order for them to get into the bar or to the club, they had to get scanned. You know what I'm saying? It was so professional. Like it was like a professional whole spot. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So it's a totally different vibe than DR or TJ. You know what I'm saying? Because down there is like it's very professional. Like you gonna go when you want to go to the bar, take a chick from the Del Rey, said, listen, you about to go to the bar. They have to show their ID. When you take them to the hotel, they got to show their ID, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When they take them up to the room, they keep the ID. Then the hotel clerk will call you after you're done. The hotel will say, you okay? Everything's good? You all right? She can go? I'm like, yeah, she can go. Everything's good. I got all my shit. He said, all right.
Damn,
That's what I liked about CR. That's what I liked about Costa Rica when it comes to mongering.
So
I also
let
want
me
to say, oh, go ahead.
go ahead. All right. I want to go back to game for a second. I mean, just besides chicks that be playing games and shit like that, but when it comes to the genuine female where you could just kick it with her, she'll just come through, y'all chop it up, have a good time and shit like that. Not just, feel me, running around and doing this and doing that, but an actual chick that you could just, just just be around with. Do you have any experiences with that game since you've been living out here?
Well, you know what I mean. You know my mo, my G. You know how I move. But it's just with me is I'm gonna just tell you, I mean, y'all gotta have. And I tell this like dudes come down here and fall in love, man. You got to have that alligator skin because
That's true.
it's an expectation. It's this expectation thing because we already dealing with this shit in the States. We dealing with black women. I'm not just singling out black women. I want to make this be known. I'm tired of brothers bashing black women. You know what I mean? And it ain't black women. It's the American women in general. I mean, they all act the same. The white girls, the fucking the Spanish girls, the Chinese girls, the Philippine girls, they all act the fucking same, man. You know what I mean? So it's all the same toilet, different shit. So we just gonna leave it at that. But you know what I mean? Your expectations is sort of like high because you don't know what to expect. You thinking you're gonna come over here, you're gonna get a foreign chick, she ain't washed. And the wash means she ain't Americanized.
Popcorn, microwave going off. No, go ahead.
That's not me. But you know, wash means she ain't Americanized. But you know, my thing is like when you get a couple chicks, I have like 2, but it's just the factor of the thing is I don't know how you guys is with a woman calling you back, answering you. This is the big thing here. This is like a game show down here. You know what I mean? So you got to put in thousands of hours to get you 2. Say you meet 30. I'm breaking down for you like this. Say you get 30 chicks, and maybe 6 or 7 of them will call you back. You'll keep in touch with like 6 or 7 through your whole 8 or 9 month period. You're gonna lose all of them. Maybe 6 or 7 are keep in contact with you, and maybe 1 or 2 you actually meet or chill with. 1 or 2 or 3 you actually meet or chill with. If you're that type of dude that can jump over all the hurdles or the bullshit that you got to go through. See, me, you only get 3. There's 3 levels to this shit with me. You know what I mean? We talk. You know what I mean? I like to see where your head at. If you drink or you smoke, and if I could trust you. And then you know, we text. And then you know, once we text, and I could tell how serious a chick is. If I text you, WhatsApp is the greatest invention for men. Period, guys. For me, WhatsApp is the greatest fucking invention for guys. Period, because you know if a chick is feeling you, you know if she's seeing your text. You know, you know what time she logged on and seen the message. So if she see your message and don't answer you back, you know what I mean? I give a chick 3 strikes. Maybe she busy once or twice, but if I'm doing it, if I keep texting you and you don't text me back, and you look at the messages and then you don't answer me for another, like you answer me hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and you know when you want to, I don't know how y'all brothers feel about that, but me, I feel I'm not important enough.
I hate that shit. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, I got to give you the fucking axe, man. So you know what I mean? You get 3 strikes. There's levels to this shit before I ask you. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? And after that, and then when we meet you, like if I fuck you on the first night, I don't have no respect for you, but I love you. I mean, I love the company. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know, I'll keep you around, and you know what I mean? I want to keep you in rotation because you know what I mean, if you fun and all that shit, then I fucks with you. But you know what I mean, if I gotta work for it, and then I fucks with you on the 3rd or 4th time, and then I fucks you, then I respect you more as a woman because I know what you're trying to do. It ain't all about that. It ain't all about fucking. See, we all about fucking. Guys is all about fucking, but if you meet a one that you don't fuck and you don't fuck her, and then the next day you like, yo, that chick was all right. You mean I'm gonna call her back? You mean I take her out because she making you work for her, and you respect that more. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many over here, like you know what I mean, like they don't experience like we experience this. Like you could fuck. I mean, I'm gonna fuck 20-year-old J-Lo, 20-year-old Rihanna. You know what I mean? Selma Hayek. I done had Shakira. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't nothing you could tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like so. Like when I go to the States, I don't even look at the chicks in the States. Now, like when I go to the US, I don't even look at I can see a bad bitch on the trolley, and I don't even look at her. She a 2 where I live at.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? She a 2.
I hear you,
brother. You know what I mean? So
let me pause
you know.
you
So
for,
that's why I'm just. Yeah.
let me pause you for a minute. I know my man Chubb, you've been on hold for a while, for a good ass minute. I'm so sorry that I didn't let you chime in. But I mean, if you want to chime in, go. I thought you would like to just listen, but if you want to chime in, just let me know and speak your opinion though.
Who is it?
Chubbs, I know you on
Who is
hold
it?
and shit.
Who is it,
This
Jaden?
is the from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, what's
His
good,
name
my
is
brother? This is Gangzilla, man. Link on my click on the website, man. Nice to meet you, my brother.
Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you too, man. I seen you cooking that barbecue and shit, man.
All
I'm, I'm, I'm,
right.
I'm, I'm fucking with that real tough. But what I had to say was I can relate to what Game was saying about the Mexican and black stuff due to the prison system because I got a lot of kinfolk who just got out like from doing 20, 22, 18, 15, and they seen the fact that when they come home, I got a El Salvadoran baby mama, and they just like couldn't fathom the fact that that type of shit was going on, and they can't stand essays or whatever, due to
Damn.
how it was in prison or whatever. Or I go to my girl folks' house and I don't even go over there just due to the fact that my father is he don't like niggas and he a pedophile in my eyes. So I don't fuck with it like that. But other than that, we get along with essays kind of her. It's either you get along with essays or the essays don't fuck with you because you didn't try to rob them or some shit like that. That's how that shit be. Cause niggas be on some gay shit like that. But I fuck with what you were saying about that with the whole blacks and Latin people being confused in the mind due to the prison system. Like they got the same prison rules on the outside, and it's not allowing people to like mix and integrate with each other and shit. Most definitely. And homeboy from the DR. So gave the bitch $1, right?
$1, bro.
Like,
$1, my
all right,
nigga.
a dollar over here is $100. So you mean like $1?
$1. George Washington, bro.
Oh man, god
That
damn,
one dead president, that slave owner.
god damn, man, that's what's up. I fuck with that shit.
Well,
Oh
she was
yeah.
feeling the nigga swag, so it ain't. You know what I mean? That's what it was. You know what I mean? So that's how we do. So like you can you can get a bad chick, and she feeling your swag too. That's another thing too, man.
Yeah. Get
I
on
don't.
that
I don't
game.
have.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. This is another thing too, man. I've been here like almost 7 months. My Spanish ain't good, but it's getting better. But you know what I mean? Like if your aura, man, like you gotta have. I'm on that show enough shit, man. Like you know what I mean? My glow it's like it's impeccable, man. It's on some Mayweather shit. So like if you like, I go.
Hold on right quick. Let me interrupt you right quick. Let me give a shout out to my brother Rashad. What's good with you, man? It's good to see you here, man. It's been a while. What's happening
Not much,
with
man.
you, bro?
Just chilling at the job right now, working nights. Started hopping for a
Damn,
little
that's
bit.
what. Damn, I ain't seen you like in 5 years, bro? Like 4, 5 years?
Yeah, it's been a minute, man, since I saw you first on YouTube. It's been a minute for sure.
Damn, man. How tall are you now? Like 8 fucking foot?
Oh man, same height as shit. You know what I'm saying? Just been doing a thing over here, making my hard earned money in the IT world and traveling.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, man. So pretty much, I mean, I don't know if you've been listening to the show, but if you want to voice your little opinion on something, if you have some kind of related situation, speak on it, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, back in July, I actually went to Peru.
Uh-huh.
And it was interesting because I had previous travel experience. I went to Mexico. Mexico City was my first national trip out there. And, I also went to the Netherlands as well. And recently went to
Damn.
Peru. And it's an interesting experience because, you hear a lot about, Dominican Republic, Mexico, obviously, Brazil, especially for black men. Those are like the big three. And sometimes you can throw Colombia in there. But besides the whole fact that there's a lot of natural beauty stuff in Machu Picchu and whatnot, but like you're in Lima, like when I was in Lima and I was hanging out with my homegirl out there, I was like the only black dude there, like straight up in that whole area known as Zocalo Gutierrez, and like straight popping, getting tons of stares and looks and all this stuff like that, and yeah, it's just a different experience because out there, they see a lot of typical gringos, typical like white, Machu Picchu, and then they leave, right? They never experience the city, but they never see a black man out there. And it's wild because there in South America, there's a lot of black influence because you got a lot of Afro Latinos out there too, and Afro Peruvians. And so as a result of this influence, you have a lot of hip hop influence. Like hell, I was walking through the city one day, and a car zooming down the street was blasting fucking Designer,
Damn.
And when I was out there, it was like, I wouldn't say like, being crude about it, but it was like shooting fish in a barrel, meeting girls and talking with them and whatnot, because you're different. You're not, like a gringo white dude out there. You're not like one of these Peruvian dudes that just, lie and knock a chick up and bounce out. Because that's extremely common out there, right? And so, it's like what everyone else says. If you know the culture, if you understand the culture, the language is the biggest thing. If you speak Spanish, you're a bajillion steps ahead.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
You heard it, man. Everybody, you heard it. Learn that language.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just fact. Like, if you learn the language, you blend in easier. Now, when I was in the Netherlands, you didn't have to worry about learning Dutch because the Dutch speak English better than half of America. It's that crazy.
Damn.
So,
Bro, it's funny. Quick story. On one of my fans or one of my subscribers, she's from the Netherlands or from Amsterdam, but she's like but her parents were from descendant people from Ghana, but she was born in she speaks Dutch natively. That's her first language. So when she speaks English, it's like they accent is hella sexy.
It is. It's very thick.
It is. When they speak English with they Dutch accent, I'm like, damn. Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, though. So
yeah, it's it's a whole different thing out there for the Netherlands. But in Latin America, man, you gotta know Spanish, or if you're in Brazil, no Portuguese. I haven't been to Brazil. I want to go to Brazil for Carnival, hopefully next year, since that just wrapped up. And I've heard amazing things out there just in general. But going to Peru, Peru is a hell of an experience for a black man. It's a whole different, the typical place. Don't get me wrong, Mexico, Dominican Republic. I love Mexico City. I love the DF. DF is the shit. I love it out there. And I had a great time out there when I was there, in 2012. But like Peru is
man, that's out there. I hated the FA. I will never again out of.
Yeah, what's wrong with the FA, bro?
Man, everything. I ain't even go get into that right now. Live stream though, but pretty much. Let me ask you this: the women in Peru, because I mean that is the top. How does the women out there in Peru treat a brother though?
Well, in my personal experience, it was all positive. It was positive. It was also things of curiosity. Still asked a lot of different questions, about your lifestyle, like what do you do, and
let me break it down. Do they cook for a brother? I mean, give us like the inside scoop.
So the ones I was like really close with, especially when I stay in touch with constantly still, I remember the first time she came and whatnot, we were just hanging out at my apartment, and she was like, hey, you want to go, eat and stuff? I was like, all right, yeah. I was thinking we are going to go to a restaurant, right? Because, Peruvian cuisine, amazing stuff. But no, we went to the grocery store, the supermarket that's very close to where I was staying at, and we were just walking around, and she was just buying stuff. She's like, I'm going to cook you, like, homemade Peruvian cuisine. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. She bought all this She didn't want me to pay. I even volunteered. I was like, hey, I'll pay for it. She was like, no, I got it, And
Damn.
and I was like, all right, because she has a good job. She's an engineer. And and so we got back to my place and she cooked this awesome meal. And she kind of noticed my hands. And I'm kind of like one of those nail biter type of people, kind of like a little mild anxiety. So I sometimes bite my nails and shit. And she kind of freaked out when she saw that. She's like, no, you can't be doing that. And she she had like a nail file or whatever like that, and like started like smoothing out. It was this little surreal shit because I never, experienced that. It was just so, not, the usual case. You know what I mean? And it was just like, small things like that, and made me very appreciative of her in that way because she was just noticed something like that. She knew something was up, and she like started asking me, and she was like, "No, I'll fix your your nails and all this stuff like that, like little things like that."
That's what's up.
Yeah, it really stood out, and they're really cute. Say this guys may not like Peruvian women because of the different genetics from the the Andean region, the mountainous region, and whatnot. Because when people think South America, they'll think like, oh, Colombian women or Brazilian women or Argentinian women and whatnot. So, people come in with this whole idea, but it's very, very depending on what country you go to. And Peruvian women are more, look more indigenous, so they're more, darker skin and whatnot. They may not be like, 6
like Incas, right?
foot tall, all stuff like that.
The Inca Empire, no?
Yeah, correct. And
Okay, there you
and
go.
so they have all of that, it's a bit different there. So for some guys, they might get turned off of that. But there's a lot of beautiful women out there, especially if you go past Lima, you go to places like Piura, which is in northern Peru and by the coast. And you'll see a lot more Afro-Peruvian women out there. And they're darker skin, they got, like curly hair and all this stuff like that. And they're really fun to be around. They love to dance. In particular, I was really cool with, she. And I mean, it's like I say, if you don't know how to dance in Latin America, man, you're falling behind. You got to know at least one type of dance, If you know bachata, you're good. If you know salsa, shit, you're golden, especially in, like Peru or Colombia. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a really positive experience out there. And I highly recommend Peru just in general, not just for the women, but just for everything it offers. It's an underrated, amazing country, and food is God.
Cool. Well, you know what? I'm gonna actually add you to my group. I don't know if I added you before, but my man Gangzilla, he has a tour page, so I'll add you on that, and I'll add you to my actual. And you can subscribe to this channel too, because we're about to be doing a lot more of these too, though. So just inform a lot of brothers out there, just people in general, travel and things like that, and see the outside world outside of the U.S. and whatnot. Man, it's been a while since I seen but getting back to the topic, I know I cut my man Game short for a minute, but what were you saying, Game? My bad.
Oh no, welcome, my brother. I don't know you. What's your name, my man?
My name is Rashad.
Rashad, nice to meet you, brother.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Yeah. So pretty much. No, go ahead.
No, we was on what was we on? We was on female I don't forgot, man.
You pretty much with how the women treat you, then you were just like, look, my biggest pet peeves is if you don't give me no dialogue within this time frame, then 3 strike rule, and pretty much that's a big pet peeve.
See the 3 the 2 strike rule is the text is your texting, but she can make it up if we meet, you know what I mean, and she's got a reason for it. See, that's another thing too. You got to see what they're talking about if they meet, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't have no patience. Like my patience is very
either.
Yeah, my patience is very thin, especially with me dealing with the foreign women, and now I know how they roll. They play just as many games, or they're even better as the women in the States. You know what I mean? Because they're natural at this. And I had to tell my brother, man, like the women in the States, they do it for handbags. They do it for extras. You know, they do it for them actually for them Jimmy Choo shoes. The women over here, they doing it to survive. That's why I gotta respect them. Their hustle is totally
That's
different.
true.
They're doing it for a total different purpose. So, you know what I mean? So I gotta look at it that way too, because there's no welfare system here. So it's either you shit or you get off the pot. You know what I mean?
True.
Definitely. That is most definitely. Yeah.
You know, so that's why I kind of respect the women more a little here. But, you know, at the same time, too, like I developed this crocodile skin where my patience is very thin. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm only going to let you get away with, you know, a little bit of shit. Now, I don't give a fuck, you know, what. And I told you, I done had like, fellas, I had like 3 bad ones. I had ones from the ones from Sinaloa. I'm breaking down for you. Like Mexico, TJ, the women that are closer here are okay. The deeper you go down in Mexico, the women look better. They better, man. So like, you know, you're a Guerrero freak. The black Mexico, you're a black African freak. Me, I'm more Sinaloa, Sonora. I'm with the Mexicans.
You want the more Italian looking Mexicans?
Yeah, man. That's what type of freak I am.
Hey, I don't discriminate
with the black hair
between the colors
you know,
out here, boy.
No, you know,
I put you on that. Did I not? I put you on them. Did I not?
But you know, I had one. I had a couple. I mean, you see my one from Sinaloa. I mean, but she was just, you know what I mean? The bitch was like, she was like a black Barbie, man. You know what I mean? And then like another thing too, fellas, you say to yourself like, damn, I got this. And then, you know what I mean? See, like, you know, your confidence go from okay to, you know, to show enough. You know what I mean? You Bruce, you know, you show enough. So, you know, you got that glow and shit, man. So, you know, anything you say, you know what I mean? Like your game multiplies because, you know, you're around better looking women. So, you know, you think of better shit to say. You're thinking for what you want to say, because, you know, you say the wrong shit, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? To some of them, like, they'll look at you like, this nigga crazy. You know what I mean? Let me stab out. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why I was just like, you know, the Sinaloa women and them, they play too many games. The prettier ones, they got too much shit on their plate. You know what I mean? The ones with, you know, with 2 and 3 kids, them the ones that fucking care about you. Them the ones that want you. But I don't want them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all in the same boat where, you know, you get the ones. I'm at the point where right now I'm getting the ones that I don't want. You know what I mean? So like, you guys got to experience this. Like I know my man that just jumped on. He traveled, so he can verify what we're talking about. Like, you get everything thrown at you that you don't want. But like when you get that them 2 dime pieces, you got to work extra hard for them. You got to work extra hard for them. But then like all the shit that she play, all the games that she play, you know, then I got to cut you off. I done lost two or 3 bad ones, man, because of that. You know, because of my patience, man. I don't have the patience. What y'all think about that?
That though, man. I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, I don't blame you on that. You know, if you don't have the patience for it, then, you know, don't deal with it. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your happiness, and, you know, if you don't want to deal with that bullshit, simply walk away. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. So I don't blame you. You know.
Right. I agree with that.
Most definitely, like I said, but
I just wanted to say,
man, been there, done that, brother. Shit, you ain't telling me nothing new that I haven't went through already.
Just gotta keep looking, bro. Keep looking. Like the chick that I'm dealing with now, like down in DR, she ain't got no kids. Like the chick you see on my Facebook, like she ain't got no kids or anything like that.
Yeah, little bro, she bad as shit. I like her.
I know, bro, and she loved me to death, bro. She loved me to death, but I had to put in work for that. You know what I'm saying? I had to earn it.
I know you did.
You know what I mean?
You a marksman.
That's what I mean, but that's what I try to tell brothers. Like, nothing's come easy in this life, man. Not even when you're traveling. It may seem easy because you got the money, but nothing serious and real comes easy. You gotta put in that work. You gotta, you know, come out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to do that, but try to shit because I be feeling gay as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do it anyway. Like, I used to that shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro.
Making shit. I be doing it. Been the bit, bro. But like, let's get this shit.
And man, listen, man, if you're not a true eagle unless you spread them wings and leave that nest, man. You know, a lot of brothers, claim that they, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you this shit. I got my boys home, they all gangsters and all this shit, prison and all this shit, drugs,
Hey, you cutting out. Yeah, you cut out.
That Metro PCS service, that must be that New York shit. Cutting out every 2 seconds.
Hey, we got Metro here in Texas too.
Ain't nothing wrong with Metro. I fuck with Metro.
I got that.
Hey, yeah, that was me.
You on global. Hey.
Nah, but hey, little bro, I was just saying.
Back?
Yeah, my bad, my phone went off. Little bro, I was just saying, man. Like us being from NY, like niggas is a whole bunch of gangsters and all this shit and all that. But you're not a true. I mean, you a true gangster when you leave your comfort zone. Get up and leave your comfort zone and see how you do then. Bro, you know what I mean? See how you survive. You know what I mean? When you get up and go where you don't know nobody, nowhere you can't call your mother, you can't call your brother, you don't have nobody to turn to.
Hey, I've been saying that shit for the last 2-3 weeks, man. I've been telling all the old niggas that for the last 2-3 weeks they've been mad at a nigga like a bitch. I be like, man, fuck all that shit. Like,
what's crazy about that is that niggas be so gangster and so tough, but be scared to leave the block.
Yeah, for real. That's what it is.
That's scared to leave the block. Like when I crossed into Mexico, nigga, I felt like, listen, when I'm walking through, I remember I was walking through Zona Norte, and I'm like, this shit is nothing. It's not. I'm not even scared. No, I got no fear in my heart because, like, nigga, for what? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, what it is. Whatever happens, happens. But you only live once, and life is short. Whatever. So, I feel like the most gangster shit you can do if you like real whatever is to move out of your comfort zone. You can't be a real nigga or a real thug and hard, but you scared. You know what I'm saying?
Leave your block.
Scared to leave the block. Scared to leave the state. Niggas don't even leave the borough, bro. Niggas be at jump, all types of crazy shit. But they'll tell you, oh, you crazy, you stupid for wanting to go and experience something different than just chilling, smoking weed, playing 2K and shit. You know what I'm saying? You crazy motherfucker.
You the real live video game. Like, see, what we're modern day cavemen. That's what I call myself.
I thought what we experience, we got real blessed brothers because what we experience, motherfuckers have never experienced in their life. I know too many brothers who have never experienced this in their life, bro. Never see what we seen. You know what I'm saying? That just makes you feel like you already, and I don't mean to brag because I don't like to brag. I'm a real humble dude, but I just can't stand that ignorance. I can't stand when people talk shit about places they never been. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That shit hurts me the most. I just like, you know what I'm saying? Because that just shows your ignorance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have a right to brag. You have a right to boast because you did it. You one of them eagles that left that nest, man. It's hard to open up them wings and leave that nest, bro. I mean, a lot of niggas ain't built to do that, man. So the minute you open them wings and spread and fly and leave that nest, once you start flying, you're like, oh, this shit's easy. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that hard. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's why I say, man, your cockiness comes on. You got a right to be cocky, bro. I mean, fuck that, man. And when I tell brothers too, like when me and Jaden here, we're a fraternity now. Y'all got tentacles here. You feel me? Y'all tentacles reach TJ now. Y'all got tentacles here. So, I mean, y'all got people here. You can move here. Like Deshaun, but like when Deshaun got here, I met him at the border. I met him at the gate. You know what I mean? So I met him when he crossed. When he came to TJ, when he came across that border, I was there waiting for him. So, I mean, how can you not love that when you got a brother here that already knows what's going on and all you got to do is just get here?
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
True stuff.
That's it, man.
That's the best feeling in the world, especially not knowing that you're gonna be alone and shit, and you gotta be on your lonesome. So it's had that extra pack,
Because I ain't gonna lie, when I crossed that San Ysidro border, boy, I was like, yo, I'm back in my mind, have my bag, I'm walking down that pathway. This shit really is like, this shit really real. I'll never forget that feeling, man. Like I made it. Like
It's about to get real.
like,
this shit's about to get real.
Word, like, it just got real now. Like I just felt like how can I say it? You can't even explain it because I don't like. You gotta experience it, bro. They gotta experience it.
It's that lump in your throat. It's the feeling when you get ready to jump off a cliff into the water.
That's how I felt.
You know what I mean? And you just like, oh shit, I'm about to do this shit. And then once you jump in the water and it ain't cold, then you like, fuck it, I'm good. You know?
Yeah. I'm like, this shit is nothing.
That's a question for you though. Like, damn, you've been to Peru though. Like, man, we don't even nobody talks about Peru. Like, that shit ain't even on the map.
Word. What made you go to Peru, bro?
I mean, what was that?
I said, what made you go to Peru of all places?
For me, I'm a big history guy, so I wanted to go see Machu Picchu, and it's one of those things that kind of like got me when I was a kid in a book, like in a history. And once I got this job, I'm currently working at an IT. I shipped or jumped industries because I used to work in media, and I name way better job security and all that shit, and it's a global field, so I can go anywhere once I get enough experience. So once I had enough money, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and take this trip to Peru, because before that I didn't even have a vacation for like 2 years. My last vacation was in the Netherlands after I graduated from college. After that, it was just work. And so opportunity came up, took it, went to Peru in July. And so it was different because, here I'm in Houston. Horrible. Current probably knows because he's from Dallas, so he already knows how bad it is here.
Yeah.
So, I had to get away from it. So the nice thing is that when it's summer here, it's winter in South America on the axis, tip. So over there in Lima, it was like comfortable, nice. Man, it was like, highs of 67, low of 58. Really nice winter. And so, yeah, the big one for me, I wanted to go see Machu Picchu. And like a friend of mine who went there, man, straight to Cusco and Machu Picchu, like enjoy some time in Lima. Lima's criminally underrated as a global city. I'm like, all right. So I spent, about a week in Lima and had, an amazing time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had an amazing time in Amsterdam too, and I had a good time in Mexico City. But something about Lima was just like everything about it was just, it had that raw feel to it, and the people were super friendly though.
It feels like it's you.
Yeah, what's your spot?
More comfortable. You just feel like at home. And the people were cool. The food, like I said, is just amazing. The history there is really crazy stuff. There's this like crazy museum that's all about gold and weapons. So stuff like that. Went to the big soccer clásico out there, which was Alianza Lima versus Universitario Rio. That game was wild because it was in the National Stadium. Crazy game. Went to like one of the oldest bars in Lima. I was like, befriended some of the people who were there at the game. And it was just, such a laid back vibe, compared to here in Houston, where it's just tons of traffic and stress and shit like that. And out there, you got your traffic, but everyone's just chill about it. And it was just a lot of fun, great people. The women out there, like I said, are super interesting and really cool. And I had a great time, hanging around them.
I got a question for you, brother. Did you experience any kind of discrimination?
Like, can you repeat? They kind of broke up a bit.
Did you experience any kind of discrimination or any kind of xenophobia or anything like that out there?
Nah, to be honest, not like, at least directly that was obvious. If there was some discrimination, I certainly didn't notice it or didn't feel any type of discrimination. It was all, people who like, ask where I was from. And, I'll be like, yes, I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, America, and all that stuff. And they would say, like, oh, we never really see, black guys or negro guys, whatever. Sometimes they like hesitate with saying negro because, they don't want to seem like they're racist. And I'm like, no, it's all good. That stuff, yeah, And so yeah, it's more or less more of like curiosity than discrimination or racism out there, because they're so used to seeing white Americans
Okay.
out in Peru, because a lot of them just go there just to go to Machu Picchu and go hiking, because hiking's a big deal for tourists out there. And so when they see a black guy, it's and it's because you see, like how I was listening to the actual conversation earlier when I was working, and how you guys was talking about how Dominicans and Puerto Ricans will dress like Black Americans sometimes, and have similar mannerisms and culturisms and stuff like that that they do, right? So like in certain parts of Peru, like or let me say in particular in Lima, you go to certain parts, it's similar to that, see them rocking jerseys, caps, listen to hip hop. That's the big one, obviously, but they'll, mix their hip hop and reggaeton together. And it's like I said, when I was out walking around the city and hearing like a car blasting, fucking Panda, which just blew my mind. I was just like, how the fuck these dudes understand what this nigga is saying? But
we don't even understand what he's saying.
In Peru, huh?
Well, I don't even know what the motherfucker.
Peru, man, brothers global, man. See, the thing is that here's the thing, man. With art, we don't know how much, and people see that outside of the United States. But when we're within the U.S., we're at the bottom of the dooster.
Yeah.
Man, we're looked at on a global scale, and everybody recognizes that besides us. That's fucked up. We need to look at that, and like it's cool that this a lot more of these shows to invite a lot more brothers to bandwagon, because man, this could be a huge thing for us, brothers. This could be the next biggest thing, this shit could be revolution.
We're gonna start an exodus.
When it comes to our when it comes to pretty much a new generation of Americans, and like I said, we're already looked at. There's pretty much crazy, man. It's crazy, and for all the people that man, it is, and you catch hellfire from every direction. We'll out to different countries. Locals look at me different.
You're breaking up, bro.
Yeah. It's the absolute
No,
truth,
I think
man. Like,
Metro, no, go ahead.
I was saying like a great example is France. Hip hop is huge in France. I have friends that I met in the Netherlands that are from France, and they're all about hip hop. They love hip hop, R&B as well. And it's kind of funny. Vice had put out an article a couple years ago about how, because in France there's a large Arab population, obviously from their colonization that migrated there, right? So there's an article that Vice put out a couple years ago of how like Arab dudes, like French Arab dudes, are mad or assaulted because of the fact that a lot of their women are dating French black dudes out there, which is pretty funny. And so when I was, out in Amsterdam, I met, a girl out there who was from Paris, who was studying, and she was Moroccan, French Moroccan. And me and her hit it off like that. And me and her talk all the time. We always share music and everything, all because she grew up around that stuff. And it's like, you're just like, holy shit, I didn't know this was out here. This is like back before I knew how global, black culture is. But this is when I first realized it, was the fact that, a lot of French people grew up around Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all this stuff. They know the words, back to back. It's amazing stuff. I never knew it had that reach.
That's crazy.
And until that moment happened, like it's a wild thing. But here in America, how important our influences are, until you actually go and study that, or you actually go and travel and you realize that, holy crap, these people know our stuff. It's wild.
on a global scale.
Yeah, global scale. And so now you're starting to see all these trends because now we've become a globalized society, which is, can be both bad or
Mm-hmm.
good depending on your viewpoints. Where now we're able to talk to people from all across the planet and share music and ideas and all this stuff like that. You look at a lot of fashion trends and a lot of music, all black culture, they're all based around black culture. It's exploded out everywhere.
Damn.
Hmm.
See, it's more. It's that we bring, like, because we come in like, I look at it like this. We come in all shades of different chocolates. Now we can't really use different shades, so we have to look at our similarities, which is where from the U.S. You got Luther Vandross. You got a Leah. So pretty much of black culture is continuously growing in it, and everybody has they have to adapt. They have no to it.
Hmm. I agree.
So I mean,
I'm out.
it's
Yeah, man.
I'm on. I'll wrap this up, man. We covered a lot, but I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these podcasts. But let me just shout y'all out to my audience. So my brother Gainzilla, what do you want to tell the audience?
We out here, man. Y'all check out about the new page. The business is up and running, man. We out here doing it, man. The best of TJ tours. You can join my Black in Mexico group on Facebook. We got all the pictures and so you guys got some women you want to post up. Y'all can check it out. And we out here, man. I love all y'all, man. I'm out.
All right.
Brother, and my man Deshaun, you want to leave anything with the I want to hear your stories, and I know you want to tell them stories in the future, but that's another live stream, though.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, go looking for the podcast so I can tell my little piece or whatever. I love y'all brothers. I have the love for y'all brothers. And I also want to say, like I said before, you're going to hear a lot of stuff about traveling. If when you want to go somewhere, you're going to hear a lot of negative talk, and try to block that out and try to get your own experience, man, because you don't know what will happen until you're in that position yourself, and that's an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, let brothers know they have to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with taking a chance in life, because you only have one life, and it is short, and so you gotta, do as much as you can and be happy, and that's just the main thing I wanted to say before we cut out.
Hey, I'm trying to find
All
the page. I'm trying to find the page, the Black in Mexico page. You said
right.
y'all website up and running.
I'm gonna put the information up on the YouTube, but the description. But if you want to give your shout out to the, and then Chubbs, you could do that too. So go shot.
I just appreciate it. Everybody, I enjoy hearing everybody else experiences. All y'all experiences is eye opening to me. To know that I ain't the only one that been somewhere in black and whatever. So yeah, I'm new to this, but I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
For sure, my brother.
All right, go ahead, Kerwin.
All right. Yeah. I guess I want to shout out. Just keep doing your thing. It was great talking with you guys. Definitely want to do it again in the future. That are currently listening right now, know your worth, how influential you are to the planet, not just here. World, learn about the world. It's a new age, it's a new day, and we just got to take advantage.
Exactly. So I'm gonna close it off. You guys know me, Negrito Grande. I'm here in Mexico. Pretty much, I'm just all the brothers together. We trying to be on some some positive move and pretty much just be very, and hopefully on all of us. So I'm gonna have a lot more of these shows. You guys can join, put your feedback in it and whatnot. But you guys can find me, Black Man in Mex, and then Google. I'm all over the search engine and things. Yeah. Drop if you guys want to join in the next show.